Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. My name's David Turner. I'm here with my friend Matt Murray,
Hello there.
your friend Sean Bell,
Hello.
and everybody's friend and lover, James Farley.
Don't you know it? Hi.
Yes, I'm writing that down.
Thank you, Matt. We'd like to start the show, as we always start the show, by honouring the greatest of listeners in any podcast out there. You know, you got listeners. Oh, I listen to the show. These are the best ones out of all of them. Yeah, out of all those fucking other fucking podcasts. They're the Patreon producers this month. They are Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights to Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Jack Oven, Grey Dragonclaw, Colin the Car Wanker Smith, Lee Keybottom, My Dog Skip, Dean, Evil Mammal, Boza Karma, Conky Donkers, Full Nels Conga, and Laser Quest. They're the Full Nels crew. They went to patreon.com/TCGS and signed up at the best of the tiers. If you are a Patreon subscriber, thank you so much for supporting what we do. We really do appreciate it. The bonus show went out last week, in which we babbled for ages, apart from James, who didn't show up. And then we did our live stream last night, which you can catch up on if you're on that tier. We played something Carpenter's.
You can do it. Come on.
John Carpenter's.
How am I the only
man.
one who's heard of John Carpenter?
No. I had. Okay. It's just David hadn't. Just David.
Yeah, I was literally. Yeah, it's just me.
Oh, it's just Dave. All right, fine.
The
thing.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
James heard
Thank you so much for supporting the show. Patreon.com/TCGS. Another plug for Ian Lee's Imposter Syndrome on April the 19th at 53.2 in Manchester. There's still tickets available. Come and watch myself interview Ian Lee on stage while it's not just that. There's better things on stage than me just talking at Ian's face. He shows clips and talks about his time on the 11 o'clock show and the rest of his career, talking about spending time with Ricky Gervais and Sacha Baron Cohen. All sorts of great anecdotes on that one. 53.2 in Manchester, April the 19th. Please come along. You will get to meet Sean Bell. Yeah?
hello.
And Matt Murray.
No, don't talk to me.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He doesn't like being talked to. But
That's
I'll
true.
say hello anyway.
Yeah.
That was just when I was eating Nando's.
And wasn't there one when you were at the garden centre as well?
No. IKEA, but I spoke to that person. That was lovely. And in Centre Parks, Centre Parks as well. So it's just really when I was having Nando's for a movie.
It annoys me you get noticed more than I do.
I know. I can't know. It's
Yeah.
4 times. 4 times.
Whenever I'm in like a crowded space, I am like, right. Anyone? Well, hello there. I shout
4 times, right? And 2 of them are within the same kind of area of Leeds, which is weird.
It's only ever happened to me once, and that was during
Go on.
lockdown. It was weird.
Oh yeah, were you out and about? Were you, you
shouldn't have
little?
been
Fuck.
I was
Yeah.
out and about. I was out on the
Were you
walk.
to help out?
Yeah,
You shouldn't have been seaman.
I was doing the
what?
walk.
That's what it sounded like. Sean said.
Shouldn't be seaman.
You shouldn't be seaman.
Okay, shouldn't
Sorry,
be
James, please.
seaman.
Can you please tell that anecdote?
No, I was walking through a forest, and somebody
In the Kent
shouted,
area?
"Do you do a podcast?"
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
At
this.
2:30 in the morning, and I tripped over a
Pulled out
log.
my knife.
And it went in, but the log had a condom on it.
Fell onto the.
The log was greased up, and it went in the
It's
bottle.
all right. Okay,
But
let's just
and
stop.
it went into
there.
hospital.
That's
And
too
the
much.
doctor was like,
Right, that's
Are
too
you a
much now.
podcaster?
Okay, all right. So shall we move on to feedback, Matt? Can you get your head out of the gutter? Let's
Head's out of the
get on to
gutter.
feedback, shall we?
Orman 200 degrees centigrade top oven or 180 degrees centigrade fan oven. I've got a question here. Unless you're cooking on Arga, are most relatively modern ovens all fan ovens?
You're pretty hard
Yeah, I
to
see there's a lot on
find
like cooking instructions, like fan or non-fan. I was like, what's a non-fan oven really?
Or maybe
You know?
What a
maybe we're
fucking
maybe we're talking
bizarre
from a
thing.
position of privilege here. But yeah, I've not seen a non-fan oven for a long time.
This
You
is
haven't, you haven't been to my kitchen,
wild.
Sean.
Go on,
So-
David.
Fan oven.
You haven't got a fan in your oven.
No. There isn't
What
one,
the
no.
fuck?
Jesus Christ, man.
Is it one of those light bulb ones that you get when
It's-
kids
It wouldn't
have
be a
a
light bulb,
cookie
David.
oven?
No chance with
It's
James.
electric, and I absolutely hate the thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
This is wild actually
Well,
because I had a,
most ovens are electric.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
mine's
Plus
electric.
gas.
Yeah,
It's
hold on.
electric,
yeah.
electric
Hold on a
fan
minute.
oven.
No, I prefer a gas oven. It's gas is.
Do ya?
better.
That's
Yeah,
the
definitely,
environment,
especially for
though.
cooking.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, not for me. Not for me.
it's
I don't
much
mind
much
it.
easier to control the heat. You know, like with that, it's that's what I hate. Electric hobs, I find them really
Look,
irritating.
hobs, yeah, I
He's right,
agree.
he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
wrong,
gas
because
hobs
with-
for
with
sure.
Gas, you can feel it on your hand, right, without
Yeah.
actually putting your hand in it. But that's because it's wasting loads of the energy that it's putting out.
Right, okay.
I
Okay.
don't care. It's just easier to use.
So for my dinner tonight, I had a frozen pizza, right, which I usually have on a
Show off.
Monday because it's quick
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
means that I could get on the pod, right? And I looked at the instructions, Sean, and on the back it only gave fan oven.
Oh, well, there you
type.
go.
Oh,
And I
finally.
thought
Time zero
that's
changing.
weird. I was like, oh well, to be fair, who the fuck doesn't
Yeah,
have a
what
fan
will I
in their
do
oven?
now?
Turns out James Farley doesn't.
Yep.
Okay, Allman has
All right.
said.
You're right. Did you just check out, James? You didn't want to. Okay.
No, because
Let's go.
No, go on. No, we've
I
started.
wasn't the purchaser of this oven.
I was going to say we're aware that you didn't.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
well, you did fit a lot of the kitchen, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Well,
but
I
I
assume
didn't
you
fit the
didn't
oven.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it was there already. I mean, we were lucky with
there,
that.
right.
You're the
'cause-
victim in this.
Yeah,
You are the
We're
victim.
We're fine with that.
I bet your shepherd's pies are fucking shit in Germany, aren't they?
they are
'Cause
very irritating.
lack
It's
of-
very,
the
very
lack of fan.
irritating.
Did I
Actually.
tell you about? I recently learned why fan-assisted ovens are more efficient.
Oh my god, this is where you have to stop.
Sean, why would you say?
This is where you have to catch
No,
yourself.
from last
Sean.
week. Last week's one about. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know, for about 3 minutes I've been sitting there thinking, shall I?
Yeah. No, Sean, you weren't shallow. I was like, when will I? When will I?
No, go because
on.
I have actually. This please be the dullest thing we've ever heard. I am so
You
prepared.
strap in. So basically, when an object is heated via like convection, right? So i.e. the air around it is warm and then that passes into the object. It goes both ways and it creates like a shield of cold air around the object. So by blasting it with a fan, it blows away that cold air and then allows it to be heated more efficiently.
It circulates. It
Really?
circulates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fucking hell.
I know, I'm sure this is what Allman wanted when they sent their question in or their feedback. Anyway, I was out walking the dog very late at night listening to episode 493. I had a proper cackle at David's "it'll give you nightmares" joke in reply to Matt's request to start talking about cheese late at night. Good joke, that. I thought
Thank
that
you.
the cackle was in my head. However, at the time, I was walking in between blocks of flats, and in awkward silence that followed David's excellent joke, I had the displeasure of hearing my own very loud cackle echoing back at me. Needless to say, I put my hood up and sped off my walk, ashamed of probably waking the neighbourhood. Keep up the great banter, lads. TCGS is my highlight of the week. Cheers.
Is this how you feel every week, Matt?
How do you mean?
Getting appreciation for a pretty lame joke.
Well, my jokes aren't lame, but I do appreciate appreciation, sure.
Okay, all right, and that's
How do
the
you feel?
joke.
No, I didn't. I
I feel
stopped
dirty
myself
actually. I
before,
feel
so-
dirty. Like my comedy's a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it.
Is
It's
it?
not just
Is it?
yeah. So it's like. It's like you're scoring a goal from you. So used to scoring goals from outside the area. When you get a tap in from half a yard, you kind of go, oh, "Okay, that's,
Yeah, but they all count. They all count.
They do all count, but do
Judge
they
by my
really?
numbers, not the
No
distance I
one's-
scored a goal.
But no one's going to remember them. Is the thing? The one. The
Well, no,
tap-ins,
but
people
they'll
don't
still
remember.
remember.
No
like,
one remembers the tap-ins. No.
They'll remember the body of work. And if there's 50 close range goals, they're never like brilliant.
Mate, your highlights reel is 50 tap-ins.
Yeah, but
I'm fucking pinging them in from the halfway line, boy.
Really powerful, memorable tap-ins. Then what?
Not-
It'll give you nightmares. I mean, well done to you. That was a good one. That was probably
Thanks.
sounds like the kind of shit I'd write, but that once in a blue moon for you.
Not a spaceship in the chat has said, I genuinely love Matt's jokes.
And that's
Ban
why
them.
Stu's my
Ban
favourite
them.
listener. That's why Stu's my favourite listener. Always has been.
Block them.
No. Okay. Cairn. Oh, that's
Yep.
almost so. Yes, I got it right. Cairn, order of magnitude increase in power means it is 10 times more powerful. 2 orders of magnitude would be 100 times, etc.
Okay.
Worth knowing.
Have you been messaging in the show again, Sean? Is that what's been going on here?
Know the answer to this. None
No
of it.
mention
okay,
of
all
fantasy stuff into this, I doubt it. Alex79, dear TCGS compulsive games are great. I think I fucked that up. We'll do it again.
No, that's spot on.
Okay. I was interested in that coin pushing game Sean spoke about last week and wondered if any of you had heard of Clover Pit. I think it's a relatively recent release and it's like a slot machine crossed to Balatro by way of inscription. You play the one-armed bandit and have to reach increasingly higher target payouts while buying and equipping various trinkets that affect your multipliers, etc. It's very good. I don't think it's on consoles yet, but it's on PC and I've been playing on my mobile telephone. I lost almost an entire week's worth of lunch breaks to it recently. Good stuff. Anyway, thanks. Bye from Alex.
It is on consoles, and I believe it's on Game Pass. If you're interested,
I
I probably should play it because it sounds like it's been a big influence.
Oh yeah,
on
this
Rackle
I
and
saw
stuff.
people talking about it at the time. I didn't realize it was on console though.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's meant to be really good, but it also sounds quite dangerous. So, but that didn't stop me playing Rackcoin. So,
Is it scary? Oh, it's like a psychological horror game. And on the cover, the fruit machine shows the number 666, Sean.
that
Which
sounds. I'm going nowhere near that, Dave.
Nope, because of the devil, isn't it?
Sounds
That's
naughty.
satanic shit.
Yeah. I'm a devout follower of Christ, as you know.
Yeah, fuck
Yep.
that. Fuck that guy. Niall, spin-off show
Nice.
idea. Sean's Yawns, a podcast designed for people to sleep to. Sean talks about retro gaming gadgets and subscription services with a maximum of 5 concurrent users. He brings on James as a guest to say this wouldn't have flown in ancient China or it's all propaganda every once in a while. If this goes ahead, I'd like 3% profits from each of you, please and thank you.
I'll be well up for that because I have wondered about this because Joe Perra did a podcast for a bit that was like basically the idea was it was him exploring like can you make a podcast that is funny and also designed for people to fall asleep to.
We're doing it.
And basically, and then he started getting like telly work again, and so he stopped doing the podcast. And I was like, I reckon it'd be really funny to try that. I don't think I'd pull it off. But yeah, so basically, Niall, I had the idea first, actually. So you're not making fun of me, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to, when I read this, I was thinking, is Niall having a genuine pop at Sean or not?
I don't think so.
Like,
They're written in before and they sound, so I assume this is meant in good.
Okay. Fair enough. Good.
That is
Alright.
it for feedback. Go to tcgs.co to leave your feedback.
I mean, listeners, I do warn you, this could genuinely be the shortest show we've ever done. We've got no news, barely played any games,
Not a lot
and
of
there
questions.
aren't too many questions at the. Oh no, there are quite a few
Yeah,
questions,
quite a
so we might be saved this week. But
Imagine we did a tight 60 minutes.
you would
60
let us,
seconds.
Matt.
Hey, look, I'll just go with the flow this week.
Blimey.
You won't be able to.
I just feel like the listeners deserve a solid 2 hours of content, and if it's
Right.
I'm like,
In
I'll
the
be pissed
chat,
off.
Evil Mammals just said, no news. Starfield 2.0 is out in 2 weeks. That was in James's.
I actually said, like, I know none of us are into it, but I watched the videos. It looked like an impressive update. Why
when
not
have we
include
ever
it?
done news stories about a game getting a big update, though?
That's true. That
Well,
well,
like,
apart from
And
Loads.
it's Starfield, but let's not.
Well, my problem is right. Okay, before we get into the news, just to explain because people are half hearing things we're saying. There's a news story about Starfield releasing for the PS5 with a big update, loads of improvements, and it was originally included in James's news. And you said, "Do we include this?" And my reply was, "All we're going to do is talk for 10 minutes about how much we hated Starfield again, and then our Discord's going to go into a fucking meltdown about it.
Yep.
Maybe we just give this one a swerve." But people seem to want us to talk about Starfield. Yeah. Okay. All
Well,
right.
it's not in the news, so as far as I'm concerned, it hasn't happened.
What has it added, Matt? You watched the video?
Yeah, it seems to have added shitloads of stuff. Missions,
There you go.
Cool.
I mean, I was hoping James was going to cover the details, but I was impressed. I was impressed with what
Well,
it
you
did.
watched the video.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
but
okay, you were impressed. So what were you impressed with?
just the sheer amount of stuff they've added. Anyway, we're not talking about this week.
No, hold on. No, I'm got to press you on this because this is weird.
Well, no, I mean, I just don't remember
What?
all the stuff, but I think there's
Are
something
you
about
impressed with it?
You can go to different like space stations, and you can walk around your ship at the same time. You can fly between planets now without that being like I guess I've stopped
rather than it just
animation.
being a menu.
Yeah, you can go from planet to planet.
There's shit more customization. There's a whole new like race of people you're fighting against.
Do people still just stand about in social areas staring at you as if you're the only person alive in the universe?
I don't know. Anyway, I was like, okay, I was impressed with the fact they're adding so much to it. I mean, it's not gonna make me want to play the game, but I was like, okay, they're actually like properly developing upon it.
Okay, I don't know. I think Matt might have. I don't know what's up with him tonight. I don't know what's going on.
I don't remember every detail. I watched them all like 4 days ago. I've slept and drunk since then, so no chance of remembering that.
Okay. All right, should we get to the real news? Let's get to the real news. James Farley.
So the first bit we got is about Nvidia, and it's about Jensen Huang talking about DLSS 5 technology. So have you all seen these videos, presumably, right?
Yes.
The videos of the
Yes.
Yeah.
of the turning it on and turning it off. And so Nvidia revealed this last week, and they describe it as being an AI-powered breakthrough in visual fidelity using neural rendering. And it's being supported by Bethesda, Capcom, NetEase, Ubisoft, and like a bunch of other companies. But people weren't very impressed by this because it seemed to totally change like character models of like faces. And Jensen Huang,
can I just say I have looked at this stuff, and it's not so much that I look at them and go, "Wow, they've totally changed the way they look," blah blah blah. I just think I'm so used to seeing this like sort of. I don't like for me AI slop is shit that's just chucked out there, and like
Yeah.
For me this is supposed to be improving graphics without as much time consuming work being done on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the result is that it looks like every AI generated image that you see, right? Like that's how it looks at the end of it. It looks not shit. It just looks like it's getting to that point now where we see so much AI stuff that you go, it's got a general look about it, right? And it's actually quite off-putting, and I don't like it. I don't like the sort of sheen, sort of fake filtered look that this AI stuff gives off. And this is exactly that. And I don't want my games to look like this, right? I think that's where I'm coming from with it. I think, when people are, I don't know, I get really weirded out when people are just saying shit, and I'm going, are you just believing this, or are you just saying this because you're anti-AI? Because we're all anti-AI, but in many aspects of life, you can't just say that. Like this is easy to pull apart and say this looks terrible for these reasons. And then when I go online and see people going, get this AI slop out of my fat, and I'm like, this is so easy to point out why it's shit. Don't just bark slogans like fucking hell.
And you could argue, and I'll get shouted at, but whatever. Like all the processing is happening locally, right? So it's not like, that dodges many, not all, of the issues people have with AIs. The massive data centers and the ecological concerns around those. However, currently, in order to do this locally, you need two 5090 cards.
Yes.
Which
oh really?
Yeah,
wow.
They said by the time by the time it comes out, they can do it on one or whatever, and maybe lesser cards. But
I should also say that one of that doesn't cover everyone that I've seen speak about this. I think when people are talking about artistic intent, and does this take away from artistic intent, and does it replace certain jobs within the industry? Are talented artists going to find it harder to get jobs because things are done? I think all that stuff is very valid. Like I read that stuff and I go, yes, no, that's exactly a problem that you're pointing out there. I just hope that people have seen the reaction to this and gone, holy shit, people don't want their games to look like this. Like in our head, we're making them look more realistic.
No, they haven't, because the story that James is reading out is them saying, no, you're all wrong, actually.
Yeah,
right. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of just telling people they're wrong when they argue with me.
Yeah.
Just before we get on to the news story, I mean, I think it's incredibly impressive technology, but it just makes things look. Yeah. It just makes. I mean, obviously the Grace example from Resident Evil Rec Room, it's like completely changes the look of the character from a. An anxiety-ridden kind of FBI agent that's going back to the scene of a major crime to someone who looks like a model, basically.
It looks just, like, do you know those like hidden object names you get on mobile, and they all have these weird sort of hyper-real, like hand-drawn, as far as I'm aware, like hyper-real looks to the characters. They're weirdly sort of over-polished illustrations. It looks like that to me.
Yeah.
Or like the Ebony adverts. I mean, that's we've all seen the memes. But
I don't know this. What are the Ebony adverts?
Do you remember Ebony, where you get those adverts where there'd be like a woman and she'd be like, "Defend the realm, my lord," or whatever.
Oh yeah, my liege. Yeah.
But
so
Play Now, My Lord. That's the one. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember these. Yeah.
It's totally that.
So for anyone who's maybe not seen this, like listening to this for hearing about this for the first time. Because I thought it was a bit disingenuous the way they were talking about it. They were talking about it like it was like a lighting engine, but it's not. It's not like ray tracing or path tracing where, in a 3D space, it's doing loads of clever calculations about how light behaves. This is frame by frame, taking the image and then putting like a, what we would call an AI-esque sheen on it. And apparently it takes like some movement data into account and stuff, so it's not like taking each frame in isolation necessarily. Like Matt says, it is fucking clever. Like the fact that it's doing this 60 times a second.
Zero latency, it's
mind-blowing. You're ruining my quotes.
Sorry, right, okay. Yeah,
isn't your story like following all this like all this stuff, James?
Yeah. So it's so Jensen Huang, who is the CEO of Nvidia, they had their annual conference, and he was asked obviously about this because there has been all the blowback, and he said, well, first of all, the critics are completely wrong. The reason for that is, as I explained very carefully, DLSS 5 fuses controllability of the geometry and textures and everything about the game with generative AI. It's not post-processing. It's not post-processing at the frame level. It's generative control at the geometry level. All that is in the direct control of the game developer. That is very different from generative AI. It's content control generative AI. That's why we call it neural rendering.
What?
Okay.
I know. Sean was explaining it better, to be honest.
It's still guessing, isn't it? It's guessing and then improving things based on what it thinks a better version, in inverted commas, better version of it would look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why you would see in some of the examples of what they call, screen space errors, which is basically there are certain elements it can't predict, right? Because of the things that are out of shot or moving behind something or whatever. So it does kind of, maybe that stuff will improve. I don't really like it, and also I think this is going to be so inaccessible to so many people. Like fucking the current batch of consoles can still barely do ray tracing, so I don't know, man. This just seems so far ahead that I don't.
Can I just say that quote is quite something. This is very different from generative AI. It's content control generative AI. Don't say that bit. I guarantee there's a PR person in the background just going, for fuck's sake.
The thing they were saying and I don't want to rag on Digital Foundry because Lord knows they got so much shit got for this.
Pelters, didn't they, for all of this?
And case it needs saying, no, I don't support people sending abuse, and they got fucking death threats over this.
Yeah, that's death threats.
Yeah.
Because I saw people were upset that they didn't go into the problems with this.
Yeah. Well, no, because they put up a video which it was like they put it up very quickly, didn't they? Like after the sort of thing, and they didn't. It obviously they said they
it was a bit uncritical, right? They could perhaps have dived into it a bit more, but they fuck what I forgot what I was originally going to say now. Shit.
Cool.
Never mind.
Was it something about fan assisted hover? The thing is, but Digital Foundry, do they usually pass comment like that then, or have I just missed the tone of that?
I mean, yeah,
They
yeah,
can be a
'cause I
few
guess-
different
They obviously focus on the technical aspects a lot.
yeah. But in this, there was a sort of
Mm.
a qualitative assessment that, like, oh man, this looks really good. And,
Right.
But yeah, as Scientology says in the chat, like they put a statement basically saying like, yeah, we kind of made we should have waited we should wait to give our opinion before, after everyone else did. Basically, it seemed like they didn't have even the strength to stand behind their original opinion. They're like, actually, yeah, we probably spoke too
That's a
early.
weird thing
What
to
was
say,
you want
isn't
to
it?
wait
It
to
is a
everyone
bit
else and
weird.
then just go with the
Yeah,
status
and then
quo?
just go with what everyone else is going with. Yeah,
I don't know. It feels like that the follow up was more of a fuck up. Like I'd rather they just like stuck to their guns and said nothing. Then,
mate,
like,
you know the world
actually,
is
by the
nuts.
way,
If,
of course,
you know the world is nuts if Digital Foundry are getting shit for their opinions. It's
I remember the thing I was going to say. They mentioned in their initial video, they're like, oh, Nvidia said like you can mask out certain areas of the screen, right? So you can be like, right, use the DLSS stuff for the environment, but not characters, for example. But I don't know if, hey, you can selectively turn it off is like the best pitch for the tech. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. All I can say is that looking at those images, it just looks like. Yeah, it looks like something that ChatGPT would do if you just, you know what I mean? It's like it's got that look to it.
It's creating this sort of like homogenized look that you're just going to, people. It's just going to keep generating things which look really similar. Really,
it's not just improving it. It's not just in their minds improving it, but like Grace, I've got side by side there on the video. It's like she got bigger lips, small nose, bigger eyes. It's like it's not just we've improved the quality of the assets. Like they've actually just fundamentally changed how she looks to turn her into a model or whatever.
Yeah, and for the sake of balance, that didn't appear to be happening in every example. They showed clips of Starfield and stuff where it was certainly changing the look of it, but not anywhere near to the same extent, or didn't have that sort of homogenized look, as you say.
Todd Howard was very excited about this.
Was he?
Yeah, he was very positive about it. I mean, probably because the character models in Bethesda games, are not very good.
Great, we don't even have to try anymore.
Yeah, we can just do this.
I mean, in terms of environments, I think there were examples where it looked more realistic, and then examples where it really didn't, and just killed loads of the detail and stuff. Very strange.
I think I saw like an AC Shadows picture where there was it was just really bright and it lost all the shadows.
Yeah.
No atmosphere. I think it was that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe this will end up being impressive or useful. I just feel like this is a very poor first showing of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some way until they release it. No doubt this backlash will hopefully have implications, and they will hopefully improve things. But this is a wild way to announce it, because very few people I saw actually thought it looked good. I mean, I still maintain technology is incredible, but don't like what the result is.
Yep.
Okay, next story. We've got two handheld updates from last week. So so the Switch 2 got a big update, which is quite an interesting one because it's added this handheld mode boost to the Switch 2. So if you go into the settings, you have to do this. It's not automatic. You can then switch it so that original games work as if they're in TV mode. On
You mean Switch
2.
1 games, right?
Yeah, Switch 1 games.
Yeah.
They work as if they're in TV mode on the Switch 2 when you're in handheld. So this is an upgrade from 720p to 1080p.
This is cool, but it's kind of mad that this wasn't the default out of the box, right?
And also,
I wonder if it had something to do with battery power.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
It does mention that because if you on the
hey,
list,
look at me.
It does say this may degrade battery. It is one of the aspects. But also one of the other problems is that it for some games it won't work anyway because of control schemes. And the games that don't work with it are Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario 3D All Stars, Skyward Sword HD. It's basically games that have motion controls. If you're in docked TV mode, it doesn't work with those games.
I wonder why that is.
Well, because for some reason it treats the Switch 2 Joy-Cons when they're attached as if they're a Pro controller, and I'm not entirely sure why that is. But that's So you can't do the touchscreen stuff either because it's treating it as if it's docked.
Yeah.
There are limitations to this. I mean, for a lot of games it'll be fine, but anything that's sort of motion controlled or touchscreen controlled, it's not gonna it doesn't work so well. But also
What else have they added yet?
So you got notes as well are being added to your friend list. So you can put a little note next to each person to just to remember who they are and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's funny. Like, I mean, I added a bunch of people when I first got my Switch, and then I've got 4 Chris's and 2 Tims. And I was like, okay, well, who is even who at this point? But
well, sometimes
I feel like they could have found a better way of doing
it
it than adding a note function to have to do it yourself. Like, surely there's going to be some way of.
So from a system level, you go to your friends list, you pick someone and add a little note, and it appears under their name, does it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it does.
This is going to be the greatest data leak we have ever seen. When you can see what your friends or the people that are on your friends list call you secretly with the note underneath, when that all comes out, it's going to be beautiful. Yes. James has already sent me that he's called me the C word under my name. Very funny, James. Very grown up. Well done. You're a doctor.
It looked good. It looked good. It said, Turner's cunt, underneath. It was.
Oh, that's your editing this week.
You are banned from using that because Carl doesn't like you using that word, does it? Because it adds to Carl's job. Sorry, Carl. Yeah. I want to see. What people put under my name. That's all I want to do. Show me that, Nintendo. I want to see every little thing that you've put, every one of my friends list has put under my name. I want to get hackers get involved. Yeah, grab all that data off everyone's thing.
Anonymous, go.
Show me that. Fucking show me that.
So they've also made some improvements to game chat.
Cheers.
Fucking show me that.
I don't even call the episode that, can we?
I can't hear. Okay.
Yeah, so they've also made some improvements to game chat. You can now invite other people into a party that you're already in.
Oh my god, this is actually a genuinely huge update.
That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Let's do a third Mario Kart stream.
2004, was it?
Mario Kart again.
Finally.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
okay.
so some nice little updates there for the.
Have
for the
they
Switch 2.
updated the Nintendo Online app? Yes or no? Is it still just Splatoon?
No, they've had loads of updates since then.
There have been some updates, yeah, mostly stability related, but
Yeah.
they have had some. It's,
That's
Stability and security improvements. That's the stuff you want.
yeah.
Good shit.
And then the other update that happened this week was the Portal got an update, and they added high quality mode and for a refined streaming experience. And they also revealed that the Portal is now the most widely used device for PS5 remote play, ahead of mobile, PC, and PS4, and that cloud streaming users are up 162% year over year, and 50% of Portal owners are PS Plus premium subscribers. So there you go.
It's the only streaming service that's good, isn't it? The Portal.
Well, I was.
Well, the device.
The device, you mean, sorry, or the.
No, I mean like the service.
Well, I was going to say, because I've said before, like when we've talked about the Portal and stuff, and I've said I've tried to do like xCloud on my phone, and the bit rate was noticeably poor. I don't know when, but they have improved that a lot.
Okay, cool.
Because so Isaac plays Fortnite on his Retroid via xCloud. That looks perfect now. Like it's really good. But yeah.
But this,
I reckon this option on the Portal might be even better. So.
And it is, because it's brilliant, because I tried it this week, and it's like you have to enable it. You start streaming a game, and then you bring up the menu, and then you just say, yeah, I want this in high fidelity performance, and then it restarts the game for some reason, but you only have to do this once, and also that covers all games as well, like it's just the first time. And it runs, it's really good. Like I'm very, very impressed. Like, I mean, the lag seems to have disappeared as well. It's crazy. Have you tried it yet, David?
Not this new mode. No. I have got. I mean, we spoke about it recently that my subscription run out. And I wasn't prepared to pay 120 quid, but it just so happens, I think it was Alex like sent a message in saying, hey, this thing's still going, this invite to get cheaper PlayStation Premium or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it only comes to like 72 quid for the year. So I was like, yeah, well, I'll have that. But no, I've not tried the Portal since getting that. But I love that thing. It's how I played the whole of Dispatch. I'll be more than happy to play games regularly in that way. And what's great is that clearly it's been a success for Sony, right? They must have sold a lot of these things. And for them to keep improving it is a surprise. I think the fact that they're still working on it, and you could argue that it's probably in preparation for a new handheld. Well, because
I think
Sony,
I think it's that. I think it's that. So it's like, clearly cloud streaming is an area where things may or should be going, could be going, probably going. Plus, any PS6 potential rumors about potential future handhelds. Yeah, I think it's all just them kind of researching.
This is the thing, though, right, Matt? So if they get this right and the streaming stuff works really well, you won't. This isn't linked to the PS5. This doesn't have to be linked to the PS5.
This is a PS6 thing. This could be.
The Portal could work on your PS6, your PS7. There's no reason why it can't.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing, because they've also made, with this update, they've made setting up an account with the Portal like easier as well. So you can do this, I think, kind of without having a console now. Like you can just, which is quite a big deal, because you could conceivably just buy this and just think, yeah, I'm going to play PS5 games on this, and don't need a PS5, and just stream it, as long as you've got the subscription, obviously.
It's kind of mad Xbox didn't do this, really.
Oh, mate, yeah, I mean, it's wild that they didn't. Especially when they were in that period of really pushing.
Yeah, they could have streamed Game Pass games. Don't need an Xbox. Just buy your whatever it is.
Yeah. But I do think this is a surprise hit, though, because I remember even on this show, I think, I'm not saying I was right. I'm saying it was like this was what I wanted, right? I didn't expect it to be a success. But when they announced it, people on the show, people across media going, well, what's
this for?
It's a fucking thing that just streams your PS5. Like, what? Why would anyone buy that thing?
And did it launch that again? Was it 200? Was it more than
199? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Because I think that was a big point, wasn't it? Is that we were like, well, do this by all means, but it better be 100 quid. But actually,
yeah, and it turned out to be 200 quid, right? But like, I think, okay, I could. Like, it was very good for my use case then when it came out, right? That's what I wanted, so I was happy with the purchase. And I remember thinking when I got it out of the thing, no, this feels premium as well. It doesn't feel like it's a slapped together piece of thing to try and keep the cost down. Like, it actually feels like it is built for this purpose. But I do understand the reluctance. Like, and I remember saying to people, it's like, yeah, I know no one else will want this, but for me, it really works, and I'm really happy with it. When they introduce the cloud gaming stuff, that's when you go, oh no, this is actually very, very useful for people that don't want a PS5 or travel a lot and have get access to decent internet while they're away. I think it's a really fucking cool device, and it's as I said, I know you were surprised to hear me say that, Matt, but Sony have got history of releasing stuff and then just fucking not touching them again. So the fact that they're going back and continuously improving this thing is pretty cool.
Especially, I mean, like this high fidelity performance thing, like with the higher bit rate and everything, it's something that people have been going on about, like for the last year or so. People have been going on about it needs to have a higher bit rate, and nobody thought it was ever going to happen, and then it has, which is good. The other rumor is that there's going to be that PS4 games are probably coming as well to streaming through it, which would be great. If you can stream PS4 games from your library as well, that would be very, very good.
I suppose with the other rumor of there being a PS Portal Pro, whatever, with like OLED screen and faster Wi-Fi and better battery life, and this just makes that even more compelling when they can launch that with this on day one.
It's funny, isn't it? Because I mean, as I said, the OLED do I think it would add much? Not really. The screen is fucking great as it is, in my opinion. Better battery life is always an improvement. Always like that. The The only complaint I've got about it is the angle of the screen compared to the pad. There's a lot of it when you're holding the controller in a natural way that the screen tilts away from you, just the way it's set up.
Right.
So you have to sort of like flip it towards you a little bit to be face on with the screen. It's probably my only complaint about the thing. So yeah, cool.
And I guess an
little
OLED
device.
one. So this is still 199 quid, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, and an OLED one obviously be more than that. It's yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what,
then you're
that's
going,
like
is it worth it?
250 or it's like, okay, it's even
You
I don't
can
know,
often
feels
find
less
it for
compelling.
less, right? I'm sure I've seen it like 170.
Yeah, I'm
occasionally.
looking online. Amazon have got it for 180 at the moment,
Okay.
but it tends to be 190.
But yeah, it's still okay.
most
Yeah, yeah.
places.
So yeah, 180 on Amazon. So 200 on the PlayStation Store. So you're still thinking it'll be like 250 if there's an OLED version, maybe slightly more.
Yeah,
I
possibly.
don't, I just don't
Yeah.
see the benefit massively, because it's like a second.
I do
screen
wish I
thing,
got the
isn't it?
grey one though,
Yeah,
James.
it
do you?
does
Oh,
look good,
look,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
that looks
It
so
looks
good.
so
Yeah.
fucking good in that PS1 grey. Yeah. Oh well.
Okay, that's it for the news this week. Yeah.
Oh dear. Let's pad this motherfucker.
We're at
Should we
40
start
minutes,
with
that's
John?
right.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which
Whoever
we've all
he
played
is.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy is. Who is John Carpenter? Come on, let's go through his Wikipedia.
He's a movie director. He did-
Should we
What
rank?
films has he not
Should we
done?
rank
List
some of
all
his
the films.
films? Yeah.
Yeah, go on. yeah. Put blind rank them. Number 4. Yeah. So this is a Left 4 Dead 'em up. I think is the right
It is,
way of
isn't it?
putting
Like,
this.
there's no two ways about it. It's,
It isn't it? Yeah, I think there's more difference in it
Yeah.
than I imagined. No, I mean it was hilarious when I got charged down by what was the tank from Left 4 Dead. I mean it was exactly the same thing. That did make me laugh. But it's more open world, right? You get plonked in this sort of like open area. You get given these missions. And you go about doing these missions while tons of these zombies chase after you. There are quirky characters that blurt things out all the time when they are not in eyesight. There is a silhouette of them running around. It is very, very Left 4 Dead. And I gotta say, I know we only played it for about an hour and a half on Saturday. On Sunday, I think I fucking love it. Like
Yeah,
I
I
thought
had a
it
great
was
time.
really good fun.
yeah, no, it was a weird dream because I was really caught because having played the demo the other week and had a really good time with it, I was really caught off guard by how much more difficult the full game seemed to be. It's
Right.
same level that's in the demo. For some reason, we were struggling. So I think I was probably coming across more negative than I intended to. I was having a really good time as well. I was just surprised by how difficult we were finding it.
Yeah, it is challenging, but then also
that's just
I
down
think
to
we're
us.
just doing stupid things.
Yeah, we're just running in and
We're
driving
just
into the
running
middle
in and
of the
not
zombies.
like
and-
trying to control
yeah.
the mobs or working together or whatever. Which is fair enough for the first time you're playing this game and
Yeah.
you're trying to work out the rules and everything. But it's funny. I think it lacks a lot of character that Left 4 Dead had. Like I think Left 4 Dead was such a brilliant game. And it had that whole, you were in a movie, right? And it was all different movies that you were sort of participating in. And it had these things like the safe room and all of the enemies that, like all of the super zombies or whatever, all had like this really distinct character about it.
Yeah.
And that game did something that this game doesn't, in that it ebbed and flowed, right? There were long periods of that game where you wouldn't see a zombie and you were just like moving your way through an area or whatever, and there might be the odd one to pick off, but then suddenly it would like build up. Whereas in this, it's very much like, no, you are constantly being attacked. Like there's very rare moments where you can sort of catch your breath.
Yeah,
They are there,
I
but-
think we sort of like the player's sort of in control of that, right? Because you say it's sort of open world, so you can clear an area out, and then you'll have a few minutes to sort of gather supplies and stuff. But then, I don't know, it basically just felt like, well, we may as well just drive towards the next fight, I guess. There wasn't anything particularly meaningful about the quiet bits.
No,
Whereas in Left 4
that's-
Dead, sometimes in Left 4 Dead, you'd be crawling through an area that you have previously seen swarming with zombies, and there was a weird sort of appreciation for like, oh, thank fuck, this bit's quiet.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah, that
this
relief.
is more just like, well, I guess we drive towards the next horde then. Do you know what I mean?
See,
Yeah,
also
like when
the-
sorry James, but like when you're also in those moments where you're like stumbling through a forest or whatever, and then you come across a witch, it's that sudden oh fuck.
Yeah.
Whereas the oh fuck moments here are just when you get surrounded by zombies. So I think to sort of just summarize that bit, I do think it lacks a bit of character that Left 4 Dead has, but I do think it's the closest I've felt to playing a Left 4 Dead game since that game come out. You know, sorry,
for
James.
sure.
And it's the pacing of that as well, because that was the thing that like Left 4 Dead, as you said, like completely nailed, like in the sense, and also because it was told like each like level, as it were, of that was told in sort of like acts, you know, between the safe rooms, and that was great because it's like, you know, if you failed and you died, then you go back to a safe room and then you continue again. This doesn't have that. It's like if you failed, okay, you're back right to the start again, and that's not so much of a problem with the open world because it means that, you know, you can attack it in many, you know, whatever kind of way that you really want to.
Semi-randomized as well, isn't it? So it'll
Yeah.
be the same. So each mission will be the same map, and like the very final objective is in like the same place. But then it'll start you in different positions on the map, and then the mini objectives en route to the final one are in different places. So that was quite cool. But yeah, I would have liked some checkpoints, I think.
But then also some of the like the fact that you've got the addition, like, because obviously it's the open world, you've got the addition of like vehicles as well for like driving around. I thought that worked really well, particularly like when you're getting swarmed and you've got them like climbing all over your car and all that kind of stuff.
It does
trying to
work
get in.
really well. That
Yeah,
stuff.
it's great.
Yeah.
That was really good, and you know, be able to smash through stuff with the car.
Yeah, having to like refuel and stuff. I mean, it didn't really happen to us as much because we were too busy getting fucked over. But I can imagine tense moments where you're like, "Fucking, we've got a little bit of fuel. We can't get out. Let's see if we can find like a quiet spot." And they're like, "Quick, they're chasing us! Quick, fuel!" I think that's probably building towards those kinds of moments, but we didn't really get there as much. But
Well, we didn't get there when you were driving. We'd end up underneath a fucking tree or whatever and get the car stuck, and then.
No, I mean, I got the car out of that. That was fine in the end. It's more that when I went through the gate and I just drove to a different place waiting for us to kill the zombies. It's more when I tried to get up that mud hill and I couldn't because I needed a winch. And then
That was my fucking favourite moment,
and
right?
Like, what are you doing? Is like, I'm reversing because you haven't got a winch to actually winch us up the mud hill. It wasn't me.
So, I mean, just as Matt said, he tried to get up this fucking hill, couldn't get up this hill. We all got out. Something happened. I think we killed another couple of zombies. We got back in. Sean was driving, and he went to go up the hill. And we went, "Sean, no, Matt's tried this." And he went, "No, yeah, I just want to try myself." And I just thought, "Wow, there is no trust for Matt here at all, is there? There was zero trust for Matt. It was he must have done something."
How did it end as well? Same way.
Exact same result. Yep. Maximum apologies. Also, credit where it's due to James, who we kept having a go at us because we thought we were being clever by going like, right, we'll do. So basically, you got 2 points on the map you've got to hit, and then you go to the final objective. So we were kind of doing one of those points and being like, right, let's go somewhere else where we can like refuel and get supplies and stuff. And after 2 failed attempts, James was like, no, fuck that. Let's just do the objectives, get in, get out. And we were like, well, that's not going to work. We're not going to have any stuff. We're going to have shit weapons, blah, blah, blah. It fucking worked. It
worked. Right, don't
Look, just you can't let me have
James
this, can you?
for that.
David? It's like you can't.
It was the fact that we fucking changed the way we were playing the game.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, because I told you to.
No, you didn't tell it. It's not in that way. You were literally saying, let's not go and get better guns and
That's not what I said. That's not what I
Yes,
said.
it was.
I said
Yes, it
let's
was.
go. I said let's go straight to the objectives and just do them. And
how we got through that second objective is beyond me.
And we did.
Matt and I were both on 1 health.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that very final one, we should like we were actually all technically dead or dying, weren't we? But then the timer to complete.
Well, no, on the final one, I just
avoided.
avoided getting getting caught. I had like very little
but
health.
don't act like a hero, Matt, because at one point Sean and I had 0 health because you accidentally threw a grenade at both of us.
That was a different time, and
No, it was the same round.
Well, what matters was you 3 were dead that last instance, and without my incredible
maybe
jumping,
if I still had my
a
health,
wave, would you have been jumping to save everyone else?
I wouldn't have been jumping, no, but I would have.
But the jumping is what saved us.
Been alive.
You're welcome.
And
you weren't alive then.
No, because you threw a grenade at me, Matt.
But tough. Look, combat is tough, and if you can't handle warfare, David, that's not my fault.
Like,
It was any actual soldiers with that tattoo.
Yeah,
But it's tough.
Yeah, look, I mean, look, is this going to be like up there as one of our games of the year this year? Probably not. I think unless they improve quite a few bits. I think the loading times are insane actually for
Yeah.
that game, and it's frustrating, especially as you say. Like, I don't mind there not being checkpoints because a run, well, certainly that first mission we did felt a lot shorter than any of the Left 4 Dead missions. Like, it felt like one segment of a Left 4 Dead mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, only because we kept fucking up. Like on that last
Yeah.
one, which was successful, that was what 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It
Yeah,
felt really
which
quick. So
which is not that long. But I would easily play this with my mates. Like,
I would love to
honestly,
play this again. Yeah, I was thinking about it today. I was like, I mean, there's more to see.
Yeah,
We literally done the first
distinction there.
level.
He hasn't played it with his mates yet. He's played it with his
I
colleagues.
played it with my colleagues. It's just like,
See,
yeah.
I'm
I
wondering
wish
how
Jay
long...
was here.
Do we know how many missions there are in this? Because I had a look
No.
at the like on the trophy thing or whatever, and it said that I was 22% of the way through the game.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I think
doing
mine said like 12% or something.
And so
I
I was,
did it.
More
I was
trophies.
wondering, is this like that's nearly a quarter of the way through?
Yeah, they're really
I mean-
hoping that you'll get stuck on each level and have to do it 4 times before you move on. Don't know. There's a ton of stuff to unlock, and the pace at which things unlock seems pretty glacial, which is
Yeah.
kind of a shame.
Yes. It's kind of slow, isn't it?
But again,
Yeah,
maybe that's something they can tweak. Don't know.
Yeah.
Are we going to have our argument, James?
Which one?
Which
Oh,
one
what
would we
about
do?
about all the additions to the thing? Or...
Yeah.
Well, no, because it's not an argument. I can. Okay, so the whole point when we started playing this, we were I brought up the Eurogamer review and the fact that they said that one of the things about this is that it maybe doesn't understand what made Left 4 Dead good. Which was that it was a very stripped down game, and like all of the design stuff that's been talked about from Valve, like about Left 4 Dead, was that they just kept leaving things out, simplify, make it as direct and to the point as possible. Whereas most of the games that have come after Left 4 Dead, which are trying to like build on that formula, have like taken the formula, but then they've added more stuff on top, which generally has made the experience worse. Like, and I'm not saying in this case that it has. What I'm saying is, like, if we look at Back 4 Blood, that was bad. Like, it was not a good game, and it was not a good game not just because of like the fact that they added like deck building and all that kind of stuff to it. It just didn't. Yeah, it was not fun to play, and like Vermintide as well.
But the thing is, right? What
A lot of people say
get
have
about
very
that-
good things to say about Vermintide.
It's good, but it's still not like Left 4 Dead good. Like it's still because I've played a lot of
Yeah, but
Vermintide.
but also there's nostalgia, and you can't like shirt the fact that that was a massive game that everyone was like really into,
Yeah.
and is any game going to be able to compare? Like, because it will
Yeah,
always be called
not
a
sure.
Left 4 Dead game, you know.
Yeah. But the point
I
that
think,
they were
firstly,
making,
I don't think people loved Left 4 Dead because it was stripped back and simple. Because I don't think it necessarily was.
Yeah, at the
I think-
time that was normal. I think, as you say, I think it's more of a nostalgia thing to be able to look back at Left 4 Dead and be like, oh, wasn't it nice when games didn't have all that shit in it? But
You see, my point with this is not that I'm not saying I disagree with you. Like that that adding stuff on top of this is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that if it's implemented poorly, I think it's not great. Like as it was in Back 4 Blood, like it didn't work in that.
Okay,
And
right.
it-
If you want to, I mean, this is a different person who spoke to me last night. This is a very
about?
different person
What are you
who
talking
spoke
about?
to me last night.
James has done more
You weren't going,
reading.
hey, I'm not saying all this things add-ins not good. Yes, you did. Yes, you did last night, mate.
No, I said no.
Like, this
I
is
would
all shit. It doesn't need
No,
any of
it's-
this. And I was
again,
no,
I'm
this
just-
is
look,
modern
this
games,
is the
man.
thing.
This is what it is.
I know, but that's the point. That's the point I was trying to make last night. Is that the thing with this is that I would like a stripped back, like Left 4 Dead, just pure Left 4 Dead kind of game. But I can understand, as you said, why they don't do that anymore. I can understand why.
Because people would play it for 20 hours and go, there's nothing much to it.
They would just
So
rinse
why
it.
am I going to
People
continue
played
playing
Left 4 Dead for fucking weeks.
Yeah,
You know?
but it's
but
different back then.
It was completely different back then. Are you
I know it
wild?
was
You
completely
can't-
different then, but then why? What I don't like just this. I don't want to get into this. ridiculous-
we are into it, James. You can't say that
No,
mid-argument.
I see where James is coming from, because it is frustrating sometimes that there's this expectation that any game with an online component has to become your entire fucking life. And
Yeah.
it shouldn't have to be that way. It should be.
But
I mean, ironically,
No, it
Space
shouldn't,
Marine
but-
Two from the same devs everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is such a breath of fresh air," because yes, there's a co-op campaign, but there isn't shitloads of stuff to unlock. You unlock like different paints for your guy, and you can change his color and stuff. But that was kind of it, and everyone's like, "This feels really nice because it's a co-op campaign. I'm going to play with my friends, and then it's done, and then I can move on with my life." So there is an audience for that.
Yeah, not everything
Sure,
has
sure,
to be
but
that.
this what confuses me is that all of that stuff that gets piled on, you can just play it for 20 hours and have done with it.
Yeah, true.
All right, you're not going to
Yeah.
unlock everything the game has to offer, but you can do that.
Yeah,
The-
and like
the
this
stuff-
is like Toxic Commando. It's got unlocks, but it's not like by
It's
the
not forcing
season
you
pass.
down
It's not. Yeah. I mean, it has
But
got
it
like
still
3
does-
different currencies, which I could possibly
Yeah,
do
I know.
without.
Yeah, sure. But what I will say is that this stuff isn't at detriment. Well, sometimes it is.
We
I
don't
think
know
sometimes
that. We haven't played enough of it to know if it's. I mean, we've already, like, as Sean has already said about the glacial pace of unlocking stuff. Like that is something which has clearly been designed, so that people keep playing. Yeah, that's the whole point of
Well,
that.
and
is to do that.
also that people that want to keep playing, they've still got something to play. They've still got stuff to do. It's like, I mean, we spoke about Mario Kart 8 and how it was cool that you can put 150 hours into that and still be unlocking bits of vehicles and stuff like that. So what's the difference there? I think a game can be designed in order to keep people entertained for hundreds of hours and not be a blight on gaming. I think, you look at
Yeah, I
Arc
agree.
Raiders, I think
Of
you can
course.
play 20 hours of that and have a really good time. And I also think you can play hundreds of hours of it and still have a really good time. It's funny, actually, because I was watching some streamers talk about Arc Raiders and how they're done with it and there's not much, going on in there anymore and it needs new maps and blah, blah, blah. And then one of them made the point. I said, yeah, but just to point out, we are playing this 8 hours a day and we have done for months now. So for those of you that are not doing that, then like don't listen to us. It's like very specific amount of people that are getting tired of that game. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I do not. There's no way that there's going to be a Left 4 Dead game bought out just like Left 4 Dead was. Because games aren't like that anymore. There needs to be more to them, And that was the point I was trying to make last night when you were shouting at me, screaming
I did
at
not.
me.
Fuck off.
You were screaming at me, James.
Yeah, I know,
It was. Joe asked me to turn my headphones down. She found it upsetting.
Yeah, it's getting embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. And then you come on here on a wider audience and go, hey, man, I'm all cool with all these newfound techniques that the developers are doing. Hey, I'm accepting of it. But
Fuck off.
stand up for what you believe in, James. Don't back down out of fear of the feedback.
No,
Don't fear the
it's-
feedback.
I'm not getting into this again. I'll just
What?
fuck off. Right. Anyway, can we move on, please?
All right. Okay. Cheers, James. Great bit of podcasting there. He's off next, but he's off for 2 weeks now.
Actually, he's a couple of weeks off now. Burn some bridges,
fine.
James.
Yeah, if
Burn
anything,
away,
so
you're
you
on
want,
your
James. Because by the time you get back, the feedback will be over. So
Not only is he taking 2 weeks off, he's taking this week off as well, by the sound of it. I'm not getting into it. Let's move on. I'm not getting into it.
I'm not
yeah,
letting
you
you
started us
fucking
holiday
bait me.
early.
It's like, it's not
I ain't
happening.
baiting you. Just highlighting a little bit of inconsistency in your arguing. Sean,
Hello.
what have you been playing this week?
It's just going to be a quick one from me because I'm still playing Esoteric Ebb, and I think I very, very nearly finished it. I wanted to get it finished for tonight so I could give final thoughts, but I have not, and therefore will not. But yeah, I fucking adore it. I'm like 20 plus hours in now. It's been absolutely wonderful. Really,
So this
really,
is
really
the
enjoyed it.
Disco Elysium in a forest style game. is
Not
it?
in the forest. It's like a fantasy setting, but a fantasy setting,
A
Dave,
forest.
where people say swear words sometimes.
That's
Flip.
sounds like my
And
sort of fantasy.
It's great. It's not only do people say swear words, but sometimes you'll get dialogue options that just give people a thumbs up.
Oh, like your dad responding to a message.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've absolutely loved it.
Okay,
Well,
you
that's
know
what
when
that's-
people, yeah,
Go on.
right? Okay, let me tell you something, Matt. Let me tell you something. You
Hit
know
me.
when people online are talking about, oh, dads always do the thumbs up thing. They're talking about us.
Yeah, we're the
Like
dads.
we're the dads.
We're dads.
Yeah, I don't use that. That's the worst emoji.
Yeah,
The
I
worst one by
guarantee
far.
you used it until you saw.
No, I've never used it. It's been so passive aggressive.
I use it all the time, and I just
I use it all
and
the
I
time
don't
as well.
care.
I just
Yeah, nor do
I don't
I.
care.
You know why, James? Because we're dads, mate.
I know.
And we're accepting of it.
And there's
We're
no
not
problem with
Mr. Out on a school night skateboarding with our chums. Come on, Matt. Act your age, yeah.
I've never
Come on.
liked it. Fuck
Time
that
to get a
emoji.
pipe.
At some point this week, I want Matt to respond to one of us on WhatsApp with a thumbs up, and then for all of us to be like, "Whoa, fucking hell, Matt, that's out of
Yeah, what
order,
a
Jesus
loser.
Christ!"
How dare
Fucking
you.
passive aggressive.
Like, I love the way Matt went. Oh yeah, like dads do. How old's Elodie?
You know what I mean, no.
Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Where were we? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Sean,
Moving
you're
on.
talking about a game and you brought up thumbs up play as a dialogue.
That was my
option.
final. That was the last thing I had to say about it.
Okay,
We can
we're
move on.
really gonna struggle to fill this pod. James Farley, what have you been playing?
So I went back to Cairn because this was something which I started. I played about 5 or 6 hours, I think, and then something else came out. What was it? Oh, Resident Evil came out, and I was enjoying it. I mean, this is the one where you're climbing Kami, the mountain, and and it's
Not the listener.
no, man. And it's the it's a bit like baby steps in the sense that you're controlling all the limbs when you're climbing. And Matt, you played this as well, didn't you? A bit, I think.
Yeah, I fell off it, as it were.
Yeah.
Is it worth me going back?
I think it's easy to fall off, and also it's quite difficult to get back into. I think when you go back, because I started playing it and I was just like, I don't know if I want to continue with this. It's annoying me. But then I did push through, and I managed to finish it this week. I spent it took me about 10 hours to finish the game,
Okay.
to get to the top of the mountain, and it was one of those things where it's like I did.
What happened there?
What?
Just why you said that. That's just come out of nowhere. It was like we edited it in. It's like, oh shit, he hasn't explained it properly. And you were like, yeah, it took me about 10 hours to finish the game to, get to the top of the mountain.
I liked it, actually. It's like when James are trying to hit like the word count on something. It's like, no, finishing is not enough. To get to the top of a mountain in game about climbing a mountain. I like it. I appreciate the padding, James.
But yeah, so after about
When you
10
talked
hours,
about the game Cairn, which is available on many consoles and PC.
What games haven't you played this week, James?
can I rank them?
Yeah,
The ones
please.
that I've played.
Yes.
Doesn't have a fucking piss.
So yeah, it took me about 10 hours. I felt a big sense of achievement by the time I got to the top, but then I also thought, would I do this again? And the answer would be absolutely not. There's no way I'd put myself through that again.
So
It was,
far less satisfying an achievement you would get from like baby steps.
yeah, I didn't feel the same level of
I mean,
achievement.
to be
at all.
fair, how many games would you immediately want to play again after finishing them? That's quite
Baby
rare,
steps
isn't
was
it?
Baby
one.
steps was one, yeah.
Okay. all right.
Yeah, that was definitely one.
All right,
Super Mario World.
Detroit
Yeah.
Become Human.
But no, but in general. I mean, the story
That's all I
is
said, Become.
yeah, the story is absolutely dreadful. I think in this game, it's really not bad, not good.
It's not bad.
No, it's I've been put off here. This is annoying me. Don't do that. Don't do that, David.
Me? What?
Yeah. What was
What
that?
did I do?
What was that?
He was scratching his chest.
Why were you
He's
scratching
been
your chest
saucing.
like that? It was so
This is
weird.
itchy.
Got it.
It's itchy. What, you think that was for you? You
No, because you
perv?
were like,
Yeah, itchy mud. Yeah,
That's the new welcome to the Discord gif. Thanks, James.
Come on then.
so yeah, story is awful, and yeah, it's probably worth skipping bits of it. It's not very interesting at all. But yeah, in general, it was a good challenge to get up that mountain. But yeah, wouldn't do it again.
Does it get ridiculously hard or
Yes,
Or
it
not.
does. Yeah, it gets especially when it starts to get like when it's dark, when you've got like raining surfaces, but then also as you imagine going up a mountain, you get to like ice and snow parts where it becomes much more difficult.
yeah.
But yeah, but good. It's a good game, but also wouldn't play it again.
Brilliant.
Did you play Jason? You don't
I
like that either,
hated
did
it.
you?
hated that.
So,
game.
okay, the only kind of game you've ever liked is Baby Steps in, if that's barely a climbing game.
Yeah. It's I hated Jusant. I thought it was rubbish.
It was.
A bit harsh.
Well, it's
on
okay,
the old
it's okay.
Jusant. I thought it was pretty. I thought there was some very.
That was Don't
Good
Nod, wasn't
bits.
it? Did you
It was
It was
Don't Nod,
Don't Nod, yeah.
Yeah.
They followed it up with Bloom and Rage.
How are Don't Nod still kicking?
They got
at
another
this
game
point?
coming out really soon. Can't
Yeah.
remember what it's called, but
Yeah, that's totally different, isn't it? Isn't that like a real-time strategy game? Or
Oh, is it?
Isn't it a totally different game?
Are they
Or
doing
I think that's
Command
something
and
else.
Conquer?
Okay, what are they
No,
doing?
it's not happening tonight, is it, boys?
It's not coming together, is it?
What are you talking about? We're smashing it.
to find this magic, aren't we?
This is magic.
I mean, we're flailing at the moment. It's like
we are flailing. Right, okay. Well, there's only one more game on the list, and it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Finally, a good game.
Yeah, my For You page on TikTok was just force feeding me Red Dead Redemption stuff, and I think that was because I saw the scene. I can't remember what it was, but I posted it in the TCGS chat. It was the scene where Arthur's sitting down next to the nun, and he goes,
mate.
"Yeah," he
what a
goes,
scene.
I'm scared." Like, and
Yeah.
it's just like fucking hell. Yeah, that game was amazing. So I said, "Do you know what? I'm going to play it," and I forgot that I didn't own it digitally. I've only got the disc version.
Oh, okay.
So I got the disc out, and because this came out on the Xbox Series, not Series.
No.
what was
The
the one?
Xbox
The
One.
Xbox One X,
One,
right?
yeah.
Xbox One, right? I think I played it on Xbox One X. Anyway, I got the disc out, and it started installing from the disc, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's not what I expected at all." So it installed the disc, and I went, "Right, I'm going to go and play it now." And no, it says, "Please install disc 2." And I was like, I totally forgot about that. It had 2 discs, and there was no disc 2 in
shit.
that case. So I don't know where that had gone. And I thought,
I mean,
oh, fuck.
That's shit, isn't it? Because realistically, anything that's on that disc is getting patched with the newer version anyway.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So I was really frustrated. And then I remembered that you could go to any game on the app, on the
Yes.
Xbox app, and choose install.
Install it.
Download it
Whether
from
you own
the
it or
phone,
not, you could just install it through that. So I sort of worked around it, installed it, put the disc in, and started the game like that, and it fucking worked.
That's
I was like,
great.
yes, mate, come on.
That's really good. Yeah.
Hacker.
Yes,
Hacker man,
yeah,
David
hacker.
Turner.
Yeah, I was. What I did was I loaded up a laptop and put on that sort of MS DOS screen and
Yeah.
just started doing
Were
that.
you wearing a balaclava?
I was wearing a balaclava and I was twiddling a pen on my
Yeah.
fingers like that dude in Goldeneye.
Listening to the Swordfish soundtrack
And you did say I'm in when it had finished installing, yeah?
I did.
into the mainframe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I loaded the game up and holy fucking shit. It really is as good as, because I'm assuming that they've improved it, right? That it was 30 frames originally and now it's 60.
There's been an update.
I think
hasn't
it's
there,
still
recently?
30, isn't it?
It didn't
On
feel like
console?
30 what I was
No.
playing. I mean,
No, I
if
could have
someone
sworn there was an update at some
let me
point. 'cause
know in
that
the-
one Christmas I bought it digitally because I wanted to. I had a hankering to play it again,
Yeah, fair
and I
enough.
could have sworn there was a big old update. But who
That's okay.
knows?
So anyway, I spawned in a town. Go on, James. What?
Yeah, can
can.
confirm it has been updated.
Oh, amazing.
To
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
As of
yeah,
December
yeah.
2025, it runs at locked 60 frames on.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X.
It felt like 60 when I was playing it.
And still
So-
looks better than stuff coming out now.
You can't like. I cannot express the moment that I had. I got on my horse in this town. It was only like a small town. It wasn't Saint Denis. It was somewhere else. And I just went, right, I'm going to go for a ride. I started riding my horse and I looked up to the sky and got surrounded by like dark clouds and the sort of the whole look of the scenery, just everything got that sort of little bit darker and felt just a little bit like sort of, it just felt like a storm was coming, you know.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it started hammering down and I'm watching the water like drip from the character's hat, I want to say, and onto their clothes and then onto the side and stuff. And then the horse got scared because it saw a cheetah and I'm like trying to get away from it. And I just thought, this is so fucking special. Like this game is so special. You know, of course there were complaints about controls and the fact that
Mission
it
design.
was the mission design was apparently outrageously last gen or whatever. Apparently, but that game did so much right, and what a game to go back to and just have a little walk around in. You know, it, it it was stunning. Like it was genuinely stunning. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still angry about it. I shouldn't be. I was supposed to put this all behind me.
Can I
Still
just give
angry about it.
another update? I was wrong. The first game is 60 frames. This one is still 30 frames.
Ah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
mean,
enhanced version has been rumoured for ages. So I don't know
Yeah.
what's happening really.
Vindication. Yeah, I genuinely wouldn't have been able to tell. Like, I'm usually quite good with that. I mean, fucking hell, when I put on John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, I moved for a second and went, this is not, I need to get into the menus
well,
here
the
and
difference
change
between
that.
first and third person makes that is really significant with this stuff, isn't it? 30 frames in third person is a lot more bearable just because of the way the camera moves around and stuff.
Right.
But, yeah.
But my word, honestly, just going into some of the old towns again, getting off your horse, just walking through, not understanding what any of the icons mean on the bottom left. I remember playing it and just thinking, shit, his health is slightly low or he's hungry. I need to do this, I need to do that. Whereas, like, you know, just jumping in, I'm like, don't understand what it's asking me to do here, but fuck it, I'm just going to walk through this forest and see what happens. That game is special, and it sort of gives me hope for GTA 6. I think I'm hoping it's a more how do I put it? I hope it's a more well-rounded experience. I think, look, I love GTA 5. I think it has some real troubles with tone when it comes to the single player. But I'm sort of hopeful that look, I'm not an idiot. GTA 6 is not going to be Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not going to take things as serious. But I went back and watched a bunch of cutscenes from Red Dead Redemption 2 as well over the weekend. And like the hanging scene and the scene where the old guy gets shot in the town in the standoff in the bank heist, all that sort of stuff. And I'm going, this is just so next level. Like, this is so good at what it did, that I'm hoping that at least they get the tone right and they somehow manage to get these really sort of emotional moments and these beautifully animated scenes into GTA 6.
The
Yeah,
animation is such a big part of it, and it's not just in terms of things being well animated, but the way that animation is reactive to player input. Like,
oh wow, yeah,
and you know, and I know this. You know, some people complain about the controls feeling unresponsive or whatever. This is why, and I think it's an intentional trade-off they made, because I think, like, you know, going back to like the DLSS 5 stuff, you can make things look as, you know, visually look really realistic, but the moment you put a player in control of a character, fucking all bets are off. Like, Ghost of Yote is a gorgeous looking game, but there are occasionally there'll be times where I press the button to get on the horse and I'm like 3 feet to one side to where it wants me to be to do the get on the horse animation. And your character just like fucking snaps to the horse. And stuff like that is what reminds you you're playing a video game. And yeah, Red Dead 2 like solved all of that. I say, you know, I'm not saying like it like that was easy. Like, clearly there's so much work went into it. The fact that most of those actors were doing mocap for like 5 years just to get all those things down, like, it is phenomenal. And I think that stuff goes a long way to it still looking better than a lot of, like, you know, some modern stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the animation in GTA 6 will be incredible, but I just, as much as I love it, I don't think GTA 6 is going to be that serious game. I mean, after playing this, I was like, oh, imagine if the next GTA is more like Heat, like a Michael Mann movie, or The Wire, or something like that. But it just feels like that's just not where they're going to take GTA story. But
GTA is like always going to be that sort of caricature of reality, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. But I do think that they need to inject those serious, realistic, like those real human emotions into GTA 6 on some level.
Yeah,
I think
they have to. I think, this time around, because you see the reason that GTA has often worked in the past in terms of like the parody and the caricature and everything was because we weren't living in the world that we're living in right now, where it's been
yeah.
taken to another level. Like it really has.
I
like,
think that's
compared with
still
before.
going to be the way I do it.
And I
Yeah,
think
I
they
think
will.
it's funny.
I
It's,
think
it's
they
one of
will.
those. It's one of those arguments with comedy. Is like, how do you parody something that we're living through at the moment?
Yeah, it feels
There's
beyond
definitely
it.
ways
I
of
mean, you
handling
can,
it.
you absolutely can, but then I still think that you do need like some of those sort of more character moments and stuff as well to, for it to work. Otherwise it won't work.
Is it like
Yeah,
a Bonnie
I know.
and Clyde story, GTA 6? It's like that woman and the guy, isn't it?
That's
So
the-
maybe
yeah, the
there'll be like
assumption,
a strong emotional connection and strong moments from that, maybe. And then maybe like the actual world itself is more like the parody and the jokey world, but the story could be serious. Yeah, I mean, Red Dead 2 is incredible with some amazing stories, amazing characters. So I would love even a little bit of that in the next GTA. Would be mind
Not
blowing.
as good as that VIR tech demo, but the I will say is that with the animations within the actual gameplay itself, Sean, you could totally see that leading back to GTA 4 because that's where that was at, right? Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. The
GTA 4
Euphoria
was a
engine stuff
weird
and,
game to
yeah.
play when it came out because it was like, why is the character sort of bending as I turn a corner, and why are these physics all just all over the place or whatever? And you can see how they led up to this point, and it really, really works. But also the animation and even the cutscenes. Like I will never forget. And fast forward if you want a spoiler of GTA of Red Dead Redemption 2, if you want to avoid that. But I will never forget. There's a mission where there's a hanging in the middle of like a public hanging of this guy from a rival gang, and it's all set up that he gets saved. So he's just about to be hanged in front of everyone, and his crew save him and bust him out, right? But your mission is to go and take out everyone that intends to save him. And there's a moment where he's got the noose around his neck and he's facing and he's looking all cocky and everything. And he looks up for his gang members, and all he sees is, Arthur Morgan and his crew where they should be. And he realizes, I'm not going to get saved. I'm not going to get saved. And there's just this look in his eye. It will stay with me forever. I think it was fucking incredible. Like, and I watched that cutscene again, and it lived up to it. Like, it lived up to how it was in my head the first time I watched it again. That game, what a masterpiece, man. Like, honestly, kills me. Still kills me. That's what we've been playing this week. Let's get to some questions.
If you want to send us a question, go to tcgs.co. Tom C recently featured in Where Are They Now? The Toms of Yesteryear. Says, in the German theme park, Europa Park, Europe's third most popular theme park, there is a house in the Germanic fairy tale zone.
I've been there.
Have you?
Yeah.
So there's a house in the Germanic fairy tale zone that consists of a little cinema with a waiting area that's set up as an enchanted study with talking furniture and a mischievous little crow. One part of the waiting area features a magic mirror into which you can speak some magic words, either in German or French, because this is one of the areas of the park that isn't popular enough to have been localized into English. And your image in the mirror will be transformed into that of a frog or a bearded wizard or something, in an effect that is delightful to the normal person's eye, but which to somebody like us is quite plainly a Microsoft Kinect tech demo along the lines of a simplified Double Fine happy action theatre. What is the weirdest place you've encountered the technology or iconography of video games? And don't say drone warfare.
That's a drone warfare.
I'll tell you what was weird. I mean, this isn't really the same, but I remember when I was in a sort of a theme park in Shanghai, and it was like this roller coaster that had like these guns, like for like shooting at shooting at stuff. Picked up the gun, looked at it. It was one of those Sega Saturn guns. It was like it was literally like it had Sega written on it as well, and it was like I think it was blue, and there was
blue
like
ones virtual.
for Virtual Cop. It was that gun, and it was just weird.
Amazing.
It's like, where have they got those from? It's like it must have been a job lot or something.
Warehouse.
eBay.
Yeah, job lot. Yeah, job lot on eBay. I mean, I don't know if this really counts, but I do love it when you could be anywhere in the world and you see like an ice cream, either van or fridge, and for some reason it's got a really poorly painted Mario on it,
Yep.
usually with different coloured dungarees. Like as
Yeah,
they go,
really
well, this
distinct
gets us
Mario.
around it.
Yeah, it's the same. Like if you go to any kind of shit traveling fairground, there's
Yep.
always like, it's
I
like
love
the
those
Dodgems
things.
with it's with old movie stars, and then Mario looking
It's
terrible, and
always got
Sonic
Scarface
looking
on
ill,
it.
Maybe a Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
sort of like there as well.
Why is it always got
and
Scarface
Tina
on
Turner,
there?
Michael Bolton,
Del Boy.
Del Boy,
Mine's weirdly similar to Tom C's actually, in that I might have mentioned this before, but last summer we took Isaac to I can't remember what it was called. It's a thing in Manchester. It was one of those sort of semi-interactive, like sort of interactive art things where it's just you go through a series of rooms and there's just cool light displays and stuff
Yes.
going on. And I think they're quite popular now because they're a great use for just fucked old buildings with nothing in them. Right, it's just like, well, it's all dark apart from some neon lights, so no one will know they're just in like an abandoned warehouse. Anyway, there was one room of that where there was like a big like sand pit, and
Yeah. I've just never heard of these places.
Have you not? There's fucking
Once
loads
you
of
just
them.
walk in and there's
Maybe it's
just
just a
lights
northern
on the
thing. I
wall.
don't know.
there's many exhibitions and stuff. Yeah,
It's
I've
like,
seen
look,
it.
this is the electricity room. We've got electricity in that one. Have you? Sorry.
So there's
Norman.
this big sand pit, and then also the kids are encouraged to just like dive in and mess around in the sand. And then as they moved around, so there's like lights, there's like being projected down onto the sand. And as they move around, there was the lights would change color where the kids had moved, right? And it was like follow them, and then you realize once they realize sort of how it works, they'll start like running around and then looking behind themselves and watching the light change behind them. It's pretty cool. Looked up, it's fucking Kinect cameras, all in the ceiling, like in a big rig in the ceiling. So basically, there'd be a Kinect, and then there'd be like a projector, and then there was like basically four of those set up. So obviously, so the Kinect that's what was tracking their movement, and then
Was it Connect 1 or 2? Sure.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Did they say to you, "Here, come here. In this room, there's a little boy you can talk to and show him a skateboard, and he'll take it off you or whatever." And you go, "Is there?" And they go, "No, it's never possible." Carry on. James, you say you've been to Europa Park.
I have, yeah.
Like?
What are you like in a theme park?
I
Well, I want to know.
mean, I used to really like theme parks when I was a kid, but yeah, it was
What's
all right.
happened now?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
what's
mean,
that?
do
You
you want me to
scared
ta-
now?
Do you want me to tell you about Europa Park because I thought
Please
it
do.
was.
Please.
I
For
don't
about-
know,
for
because
about
That's a
39
fucking
minutes.
golf ball in the middle of
I'm
it.
just going to upset people. It's
Well,
like, I
who?
don't
The
know.
owners of Europa Park.
Yeah. I didn't think it was very good. But yeah.
shit.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, that's their share prices tumbling.
Yeah.
You being negative about something. That's a turn up for the books. Why? What was that? What happened, mate?
Nothing particularly happened. I just didn't think it was very good. It was just not very. Yeah, it was. How many did I go there? It was years ago. I can't remember when I went there. It was like probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I think. And,
Before you lived
yeah.
in Germany.
It was, yeah. It was when
Oh
we
my
were
God.
visiting Chen's family in Switzerland,
Ah,
and
okay.
we went to
Interesting.
Europa Park, and oh man, that was bad. I just remembered something. I did there, which is
Go on.
which is
Was it a
Well,
crime?
yeah, a bit. It was
Okay, cool. Talk about a little bit of crime.
Tell us now.
no, because what it was so basically, if kids were under the age of, I think it was 5, then it was like free or half price or something. It was like a lot cheaper. Check it out, David.
Did you say you were 5 years old as you walked in?
Yeah, no
Is that,
chance.
where,
I
is that
didn't-
where we're going with this?
Changing
I
birthdays
didn't know.
again.
But you see, Asher was a year older than that, and so they asked us when we got there, and like we were like, yeah, he's 5, and then she asked me like, how old, when was he born? Quick as a flash, I had the right date, and it was great. And Chen was really impressed because she was just like, I can't believe you got that right because you always get that wrong.
100%. I would have just been like, hang on.
Well, 5 years old. Just repeated that.
It's his
Again.
birthday today, actually.
It was expensive. It was it was.
No,
trying
yeah,
to
I'm
get
sure
it
it
right.
is. Yeah.
Well, maybe if you'd paid full price, maybe more of the attractions would be translated into English, James.
Good
Yeah.
point.
That's possible, yeah.
People like
It's,
you
Mine.
have ruined funding for Europa Park,
Yep.
created worse experience for everyone. So
Yeah.
No, because the
Think
thing
about
with
that.
it was all the like the attractions and stuff were like, so like obviously a lot of the Disney stuff is taken from like old like German fairy tales and things like that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they've like beautified it and made it sort
Well,
of-
even
the old DLSS
Moana?
5.
Even Frozen.
it's all that stuff gets Disneyfied. Like seeing the stuff that when it hasn't been Disneyfied is a bit of a shock. 'Cause
I prefer the Disney stuff, to be
yeah,
honest.
it's looks
Can we
nicer.
take out the murder?
I can't imagine you actually I'm trying to imagine James at Disney World. Well, that would be like with the ears on.
You've seen the pictures. I've sent you pictures.
Oh
When we
yeah,
went
you
there.
went the, yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you went
that's
the
right,
one
you
in
actually
China,
did
right?
it.
You
Yeah.
hate it.
No, the one in Shanghai's all right. The
Okay.
best one I've been to was the one in Hong Kong. That was pretty good. Yeah.
While
quite
we're
like that.
talking theme parks, but we should really talk about video games. You already booked your tickets for Chessington World of Adventures?
Yeah, we should talk about
See,
this.
I'm trying, listeners. I'm trying. Chessington.
Chessington.
Ugh, makes me feel
Chesington.
sick.
So
Chesington.
they announced that there's going to be a Minecraft world, Chessington World of Adventures.
Chesington.
Now, this sounded cool when they announced it, but it's literally like, here's some drawings, use your imagination. And apparently, that came out that apparently the budget is 70 million. So everyone's like, rein in those expectations. Cause
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that? What was that
Yeah.
cover?
like, that's actually less than a lot of AAA video games cost to make. So, like, but I mean, Isaac's absolutely buzzing. We inevitably will end up going.
You know why they're doing this, though, right?
No, go on.
Well, because Universal UK
Yeah,
is being built.
it's happening. Yeah.
Oh,
And they're like, we are actually going to be fucked if we don't get some sort of major IP attached to Chesington. Like, no one's going to want to come here.
Well, where's
Apparently-
Universal UK being built? Obviously down south, but is it?
Why is that?
where?
Why is that obvious, Matt?
Because most big things are
I'm
down
sure they
south.
can,
Sean,
I'm
you
sure
know
they can
that.
find an old mine to excavate up there.
It's not that south.
Yeah, it annoys me
though.
too. I'm
It's-
just saying, like most of it is like down there. So
Yeah, you know what concerns me though? I've seen loads of like concept art of the new Universal thing. Doesn't appear to be a Nintendo World involved.
oh,
And that
Bedfordshire
is-
is in.
That is rather disappointing. That if they don't put Mario in there somewhere, that's really gonna piss me off. Actually,
I'm sure they will, but maybe not
well,
to launch
all
of
the
it. but-
none of the concept maps and all that sort of stuff is including.
Yeah, it says it's
Mario, so-
currently it's going to open in 2031. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
yeah,
we've got a
you would
bit of,
hope
like-
they would get Mario in there now because obviously that'd be
We've
like 2041.
Yeah.
a bit of.
And Phil says it's in Bedford. Which, whenever Bedford comes up, it just reminds me of the Armando Iannucci shows. You know, the one with the guy who works for Bedford Water, but he's the only employee. and it ends with them going, sod the lot of them. Sod Bedford.
Okay, should we move on to the next?
Probably should. Maria Mendieta says, "Dear TCGS Claptrap, never would I have expected to hear a conversation about the unpredictability of life as it compares to a dice roll in Disco Elysium. I was particularly intrigued by James's comment. When have you felt that you prepared very hard for something you never ended up achieving, gaming or otherwise? Keep up the unbelievable work. Sincerely, Maria."
I've got an answer for this.
Do you want to go first, and I'll do mine?
Yeah,
I've got one.
right. Do you remember just before lockdown we had a live show booked?
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah. And
Do you remember how that live show was
learning
going to
Informer.
open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Informer, you know, so daddy miss know me, I can blame. A licky boom boom down. Texted man, he said, me daddy miss all my steps, so I'm down the lane. A licky boom boom down. Spent ages learning that.
Yep.
And it never happened. So it's a complete waste
I
of my
bought a
time.
new yo-yo to practice my thing on stage as well.
Well, yeah, because I sort of started and I was like, no, I'm definitely not doing that on stage. And then obviously lockdown happened and I had a lot more time to practice my yo-yo skills. So it actually got quite a bit better. But, yeah, hey-ho. My answer to this is people in the Discord have already seen this. I was applying for a job last night. And I was typing. It was one of those ones where you can't just upload your CV. You got to fill in their form on the website.
Oh, that's awful. Is that
yeah.
a thing?
Pretty bad. Now, and I know anyone who's applied for a lot of jobs will say like, don't just do it all on the website.
Yeah.
Put it in Notepad.
Doing a
but-
Google
but
Doc.
I'm a novice. I'm a novice, Matt. It's been a while since I've applied for a job, and got to the bottom of the page, and then I saw the cookies thing. And for some reason, I just
Cookies.
thought, cookies. I thought I better just accept them before I submit this because I bet that means.
Oh, and then
doesn't
it
fuck
reset.
It fucking reset the whole page, and I lost everything.
That's
Oh,
that's
that is
horrendous.
Yeah.
awful.
felt really bad. But yeah.
That's enough to report the company.
Oh, sorry, getting a job now is horrible. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going for interview 9 this week. What, for the same job? Yeah. That's
Yeah, it is,
they all have a 9-step process now.
So this was with an organisation where basically there was like 3 roles. I thought, actually, any of those would be good. And I thought, I bet if I apply for all 3 of them, if I'm suitable for all 3 of them, I bet they make me do 3 interviews without instead of just being like, can we just talk to you once and then we'll just
yeah, there you
get a vibe.
Right. Thank you very much, Sean. We'll see you next. We'll let you know about the job. And then they're on a spinny chair and they just Hello, Sean. I see you go through the same fucking questions again. I like the fact that you're willing to go into an office and go, so Sean, you've applied for 3 different roles here. I mean, is you not? I thought you would have been. No, I'm not fussy. Just need the money.
Just need a job, really. Yeah.
One of them, all 3.
Yeah.
I could do them all. It's,
Also, I wasn't
saving for
applying
you.
to do. Yeah, I was applying to do all 3 of them at once. I reckon I could do a lot.
Question 1: why are you suited to this role and any other role in the fucking company?
Which one? Which one? Hang on, we've got different cue cards here. That one.
Yeah. So
Shall we move on?
Sorry.
No, go. It's fine.
I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a goalkeeper, and I tried really hard at that, and I was given
what
the chance.
did you try? What were you trying?
No, it's in like
Diving and that.
Yeah, like diving and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but like how? How would you train?
Flying
What would you do?
So in my back garden, I used to kick the ball against the wall and then like jump and like save it and stuff like that. I mean, the problem with that is also because you know the direction it's going, so of course you
you're
save it.
plotting the
You know, it's
trajectory,
like,
aren't
Yeah, and you wouldn't hit
so-
it too hard because you want to be the hero.
Yeah, you want to save it.
You
Yeah.
need like a wall that was like had all sort of wavy things on it, so that you can't predict which angle it's going to come
a
back at you.
bouldering wall.
And then I was given the
Or
opportunity.
a friend.
Or a friend. Just one would do.
I was given the opportunity to play when, like, with the school, like in the school, like one of the school games. I got hooked quite quickly.
Oh no.
Oh, what happened?
I couldn't save anything. It was all just
Well,
going
we get that, but what were you like thought we? This is literally what happened to that. What, was it the Liverpool goalkeeper?
Yeah,
was
yeah.
It? I can't,
No, it's the Spurs keeper.
Yeah,
Spurs keeper.
Champions
That's
League,
fucking 30 minutes in. Holy
I
shit!
don't think he wasn't probably practicing by kicking a ball against the wall though.
Well, it fucking looked like he was.
If only he had done.
Yeah.
Oh
So
god.
what happened? How like when you say you got hooked pretty quickly? Like how quickly?
I mean, it's like 4 or 5 went in, and like
fuck.
quite quickly.
Yeah, but what were we
When-
talking?
in the
like,
first minute
within the
or-
first.
yeah, like within like the first couple of minutes of like the game.
Oh,
it was
no.
because it's
that's-
like it was like I mean, I
Sorry,
was
you were
like
5-0 down after 2 minutes.
this is like I was about.
You're the
7 or 8 years
worst
old.
goalkeeper in the
Why did
world,
you-
Joe.
Why
If
do
I
you
was-
think it didn't go well? And I was sad because I always thought I could do that, and then
The
I
manager
realised-
should have hit you at
okay.
1 minute, not 2. That's
I was feeling sorry for you, mate, but letting 5 goals in 2 minutes is fucking shit. Like that is pathetic.
at
Man.
that level, James, you can't be doing that.
And then the worst thing was is that then later on, like when Asher was doing like football, like he was doing like he was like in an after school club, that I used to
Right.
take him to play.
Did you have those flashbacks as he
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
off
well,
the pitch?
he
Like,
got-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whistle goes. Refs. I want to make a sub, please, for fuck's
No,
sake.
it was bad because like he got put in
that's
goal
bad.
at one point,
Right.
and then like he couldn't
Chip off the old block.
he couldn't save anything like at all.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was embarrassing.
Chip off the old block.
Oh, as if doth not falling far from thine tree.
I mean, he didn't care, but I still felt a bit bad for him. I mean,
James,
seriously,
obviously
I went
this-
to
Your trauma,
Argos,
not his.
David, and bought some gloves. Like I bought some gloves when I was like
was
that
chilly,
age,
wasn't it?
to play in the garden, but I wasn't any good.
But obviously, in Ash's case, he didn't have to kick against the wall because you could have kicked the ball towards the goal. So he probably would have. That'd be good,
That's
right?
true. You could have helped him train.
Yeah.
I didn't. Want
Can
to
I,
be a
when you come,
goalkeeper.
when
Oh,
you come
tough
down
life.
next, can I just thump a few balls at you while you're in goal and just see how you get
Yeah.
on? Maybe you can.
Give it a try.
relive the glory years.
Get
Mate,
James some
5 goals
Sondico
in a
gloves.
few minutes is shit, though, James.
I know,
I'd
but
love to.
it's-
It was a school football team. Was it
No,
like
it was.
training?
It was
or
only
was
just
it...
like practice, like training kind of thing.
Right,
It wasn't like,
training. Right, okay. I'd love to see that teacher's face.
I mean,
Standing on the side of the pitch going, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm
wouldn't
not
get near
I'm
any
not a
of them.
football guy, as you know.
Are you not?
But letting in that
Go
many
back quiet.
goals in such a short amount of time, are there not questions to be asked of the rest of the team as well? For letting the ball get
like
near
the
the goal?
defence.
Yeah.
Not when you're like 7 or 8 years old.
Okay.
It's like,
Yeah, you're right.
I
There
think
should
there
be a
should be some
defence there.
questions, yeah.
But if you let in 5 goals, what's up, Jones? What's happened there,
no, I
mate?
just pinch my skin on my
No, this is not a
on my
dream.
chair. I just pinch my skin on a chair.
That's a
Really
gift.
hurt. That
That's
really
definitely
hurt.
someone I want defending my goal mouth. You know Charlie's a keeper, right? Charlie's become
but
a
he's
keeper
good, isn't
halfway
he?
through the season. Oh yeah, he's better than that. I genuinely think if he'd have let 5 goals in 2 minutes, I'd go, no, mate. no, mate, no.
Does he kick against a wall as training?
No, he's
Didn't
got
have
friends.
any friends, Matt. I can only do it on mine in the garden.
Oh, yeah, that's actually quite a sad story.
Don't feel sorry for him. He let 5 goals in 2 minutes, man.
I'm
Well,
just
that's
thinking
what
of like
the idea of little James
I
Farley.
want to have a look and see if I can find those gloves that I bought.
What do you mean? Are they woolly gloves?
Are they
No,
like
no,
the big
no.
giant foam hands you'll have like a wrestling game?
Hang on, Argos
Wrestling game.
goalkeeper
Oh,
gloves.
granddad.
Wrestling game. This was one of
wrestling
those
game.
wrestling games. Okay, right.
I
we
meant
should
wrestling
move on.
match.
we have to move on.
James is too busy searching for
he's-
Sondico.
For his glory
keeper
years.
gloves.
I'm trying to find the gloves that I bought.
Chad Valley gloves.
I bet they were Marks and Spencer's, the posh bastard.
They weren't though from Argos, and they were really cheap.
Right. Yep.
But I thought they'd keep my hands warm as well because it was cold in the garden.
Okay, let's move on.
This is tragic. James's inner child is just never getting healed, is it?
No.
I don't think he ever had one.
Well, no, that's the thing. When I think about James in the garden, I think about him looking like he does
Exactly
now,
like he does now, yeah.
but smaller, kicking a ball against the wall and
Yeah.
then saying, oh, I'm well good at this.
Yeah.
Dear me. Joshy B says, hello, legends. Just wanted to say thank you for all the work you guys put into the pod. My last 6 months have seen some pretty major life changes, and listening to you four chat shite every Wednesday has kept me going through it all.
Bit rude.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh, that. As a result of recent life events, I found myself embarking on a bit of a quarter-life crisis and have converted my car into a micro camper to spend the next 3 months touring across Scotland. There are some days where I question my life choices, having sort of made myself voluntarily homeless, but it's all in the spirit of solo travelling and finding oneself, whatever that means. If all goes to plan, I should actually be listening to the next podcast while completing the final few miles of the West Highland Way. My question to you guys is, have any of you ever found yourself doing mad shit as a result of major life events, and did it help you come to terms with whatever it was you were going through? P.S. If Sean has any suggestions for excellent pick-up and put-down Steam Deck games, I'm all ears, as this is currently my only real source of gaming while living life on the road. Cheers. I mean,
God,
that sounds kind of
I-
terrifying, but sort of admirable as well.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that's it,
what a great
yeah.
experience to have.
Yeah.
So well done for you that. That's
Yeah,
I
I
mean
hope it all,
that alone takes bravery and courage to do that, honestly.
Yeah,
and
100%.
you'll have amazing stories, and you know not a lot of people can do that or want to do it or have the guts to
Okay,
do
but
that.
you
So well.
sound really patronising there, like you're trying to.
No, I think that
convince
sounds
us
amazing.
No, I mean you haven't. I don't think you've ruined your life. We don't think you've ruined your life.
No one
You've-
is saying you've ruined your life, right?
Like a lot of people have the opportunity to even do that, so I think that's amazing.
I read stuff like that and go, fuck me, I'm boring. Like I'm really bored. Like my big life change is like, oh, I'm having Marmite in the mornings now. Like that, do you know what I mean? Like it's
That's an important, that's an
wild
important
as it
one, though.
gets for me.
That's an
Yeah,
important one.
that's as wild as it gets for me. Like I would love the idea of just going. Do you know what? I'm going to go and just like live in another country. James has put me off that. Listeners, let me tell you that. But like, I would love to just go. Do you know what? I'm just going to fuck everything off and do something different. But
Well, see,
then I
'cause this
go,
is-
oh,
and-
I've got to do
Aye.
what? I've got to look at the internet. But no, I'll just put Art Raiders on again.
So that's
I think
kind
so.
of what I did.
on.
because like it was when I had a bad breakup, and after that was when I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go off and do something else, and that's when ended up going to Hong Kong. And places.
Well,
Nice.
you did. I mean, yeah, you did eventually do that, but you spent several hours unlocking every bikini in a dead left. What is it?
It was
Dead or alive
We've
game?
all got our coping mechanisms.
Yeah, but let's not.
It was
Let's not.
therapeutic.
Let's not sugarcoat it. You you didn't go
very
straight
good
for
at
this
that game.
life-changing event. You wanted to see Kasumi in like revealing outfits first. That's just.
It's a very good fighting system.
All right. I mean, yeah. So Dave's already aware because I've had this conversation with him. But so yeah, the reason I'm applying for jobs is because I'm currently facing redundancy. I knew it was coming.
Okay.
It's not like the worst thing that could have happened. But yeah, there is part of me that's like, what if I took the redundancy payment and bought a big fuck off drone and tried to make a proper go of doing freelance drone photography for a living?
Oh, please don't do that. If you're getting a big fuck off drone, can you be one of those auditors? Because I will watch that.
That's it. Yeah,
I
that's
imagine
probably a better
Sean
way
just
to make money
going,
at it, to be honest.
Get back to work. Get back to work. I'm allowed to from a public highway. I'm allowed to. You don't own the airspace. What about Google? I love all that. I'd watch you do that for hours, Sean.
But it's just mad when it's like I know I would be good at it, but I don't know how much work is available. Obviously, that's the main thing. But also, like, it's just mad how powerful that voice in your head is. That's just like, yeah, but you can't just do that. You need a real
Yeah, you
job.
can. You
But I mean,
genuinely
like-
can.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, you genuinely can because it's not only. So in my field of work, drones are used all the fucking time, right? So there's enough work out there. But also, like I was thinking the other day, we need a roof inspection at the moment. We've got like loads of moss on our roof. We've got to get that done, right? You send a drone up there and take like. You know what I mean? Like it's
I haven't quite a lot because I filmed like promo stuff for work, and the amount of times you'll be like on an industrial estate, or whatever, and someone will come over and be like, "Can you just show us the roof? Can you just do some pictures of the roof? Because we need someone to inspect it." But yeah, it's mad.
honestly, genuinely, just do it. And if it goes wrong,
Or the very least
do
look
not
into it. I
blame
mean,
me. Do not blame me. Matt, have you made any wildlife decisions? Getting a Wookie on your ass, perhaps?
after some trauma, how long have we got? The Wookiee was fine. That was barely a big life decision.
Write that down as an episode title as well. The Wookie was fine.
The Wookiee was fine. I mean, I'm constantly going through life events. So, have I done some mad shit? I mean, most of the shit I do is mad. So, yes. I mean,
All
I've
right, Colin
had
Hunt.
a lot of midlife crises or crises. I mean, I think.
All right. Are we just going to leave it there? You're not going into any specifics, any details?
No, I think I'm going to leave it there. Actually, yeah, it's good. Better
Are we
than-
allowed to do what we said we should do for the bonus show? Have a Matt Murray special on a specific subject.
on
You said you were considering it.
on dating and stuff?
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, there's plenty of content there, but I don't know. I have to think about it.
Matt's approach to dating is the most fascinating thing. Like,
No.
think about what you're thinking in your head. It's not it. Like, this is, you will not, we won't go into it. But we fucking have to on a bonus show. It is unreal.
Some are calling me the best to ever do it.
No one is calling him
His
that.
hit rate is phenomenal.
Like the hit rate is 100% so far. I'll say that much.
Okay.
But yeah, let's move on.
Go on.
Honey Glazed Oreman returns. I'm double dipping after my feedback. On episode 493, Matt said, "Imagine if I'd gotten a PlayStation, but I got a Saturn, and now here I am." According to the many worlds interpretation, in effect, the idea of parallel or multi-universes, this version of Matt does exist. Firstly, Sean, David, and James, how do you think this Matt differs from our universes, Matt? Secondly, Matt, how do you think this parallel Matt's life has differed from your own, and is your parallel other still podcast pals with David, Sean, and James? Finally, given how things are going generally out there, are we in the good timeline, or is parallel Matt in the good timeline?
I think parallel Matt's in the good timeline. I
Do you reckon?
think, yeah, because I think if he'd have got a PlayStation, he would have carried on playing video games instead of stopping and then suddenly turning up just before the TCGS started.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think he'd have played Wipeout and started going clubbing loads more.
Yeah.
Oh God!
I think he'd have been heavily into drum and bass as well, like as a result.
Is he not
Were
already?
you ever into drum and bass?
I mean, bits. I mean, I wouldn't say heavily. You know, like a bit of dubstep, but I like all music, so it doesn't really count, I don't think. I didn't go for a massive drum and bass or jungle movement, I'll say that much.
Did you not? You
Slagging off
didn't think jungle was massive?
I heard it was massive, wasn't for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I probably been a cooler dude if I had just gone PlayStation, not Saturn, but
Why
I
is
think
that?
I'm happy because it was cooler than the Saturn, wasn't it?
It depends who you ask, right? Isn't the Saturn's like the connoisseur's choice if you were really into like arcade stuff and shooters and
If
what.
you're really
Yeah,
into
no,
Like, it's
nerd
into
shit,
dreams.
it was
Yeah.
yeah.
That one game.
If you're really into nights,
Arcade
into
races.
dreams. Yeah, he's sort of the biggest regret. I love the Sega Saturn so much, and I really don't regret getting it. But I do regret not getting a PlayStation, if that makes sense. Like it really was.
Yeah, I had a
you did
PS2,
look
I
like
didn't have a PS1,
Yeah.
but fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck those
Yep.
wankers.
Yep.
We'd still be mates though, right?
Yeah, I think
Always,
I think
forever colleagues.
Across timelines.
yeah, I think ultimately it would have I'll still be here regardless whether I was a PlayStation or a Saturn owner.
Do you know what's really weird is that there is a timeline where when Matt's the main one. What
I
the
am,
fuck?
in some people's eyes, I am the main one. So
That's this timeline.
Your own.
right,
Dwayne Jones says, as I joined the show in the 300s, last year I decided to listen to all the shows starting at episode 1 to make sure I was up to date with all the TCGS lore. One thing has unfortunately stuck in my head. Finding out about the apparently kid and watching the video of the little curly ginger-haired lad saying, apparently I've never been on live television before, has ruined my life. During several conversations with my other half, as well as at least 4 work meetings, and someone has said, apparently, I've instantly, like Pavlov's dogs, said, apparently, to many weird looks. Needless to say, this has not gone unnoticed and resulted in a senior manager asking if I needed some kind of support. My question is, what weird thing from your gaming life has sneaked into your daily life? Keep up the great work, and Matt, keep on running. All the best, Dwayne.
My granddad's watching the Powerball. I do think, look, this isn't gaming related, but we did work out last night that Sean was familiar of a meme simply
I don't
because
remember.
I say it all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, because what was it? We were playing Toxic Commando,
Yeah.
and they went, "Go for the fit. It's got a thick crust. Keep shooting at it." And I just kept going, "A buttery, flaky crust."
Speak to the
And
police,
Sean went, "Where's that from?" And I
Yeah.
went, "Hold on, you've not seen this video?" I said, "No." And I was like, "Look, buttery, flaky crust." And I sent him the video, and he went, "This is brilliant, but I've never seen it before. But I'm sure I've heard that phrase."
Yeah.
And I think we worked out that it's because I just say it all the time. It's one of what do they call that? What they call it's not. Is it a stim or there's a
tick, a
word?
stim.
Oh, like a tick or a stem. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you do
Where
just
it's
the-
like I'm full of that. There will be one word that I have to say over and over and over again, and yeah, that is definitely a staple in what I say. That buttery flaky crust. If you've not seen it, just Google it because it's such a fucking wicked video. It's so good. But I love the fact that you've lived that meme through me. Rather than,
that's what a true meme is, isn't it? It's not just it's a video everyone's seen. It's like the idea travels
yeah,
beyond
like
the source
culturally,
and then-
societally,
yeah,
it's just there in the ether. You don't even know the origins of it.
yeah.
yeah. But in terms of video gaming, there's not much. The only one that I can really think of is that we used to call So if you're playing FIFA and you're playing with a random, they'll have a colour associated to them, and we would always call them Pinkman, Blueman, Greenman. Like they wouldn't call them by their actual name. But if they were a random player, you would just go, "Oh look, pass it to Greenman, Greenman, pass it, Greenman, pass it over." Right. And then I said it at work at one point and just thought, why are you saying? Look, that was it. We were choosing colours of something, and I went, "Oh, go for the old Blueman over there." And I go, "Why are you saying that?" And I was like, because I'm a fucking knobhead. That's why I'm saying it. All right. That's the closest I've ever got to it, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that's like that really.
Nothing slipped through from the video game scene.
I can't think of anything.
Well, there's nothing I'll say every day, but like there's two things I think about without, but it doesn't, and they're both from Resident Evil. There's like, Jill, don't open that door, which I think about a lot. But that, and obviously that worked when I, was married, but there was even that felt weird.
Right.
And then, but also from that is like itchy tasty from Resident Evil. If I hear either of those words, I just think itchy tasty.
Itchy tasty.
Yeah, so one of the first like the classic Resident Evil zombie, you think you see that in like the hallway, and I think it's like a bit of a diary entry where
yeah, it's like
talking about
mind deteriorating with the virus.
Yeah. And
There was also the what do you call it? Of course, there are loads of FIFA things actually, but I won't go into those because I know people don't like me talking about my FIFA crew because we're all wacky. There's like Gordon Keeps and all that sort of stuff when I'm not watching normal football. But the one that I did seep into my consciousness and that I kept saying was, do you remember the Gears of War 5 DLC, I think it was. They called them specific things, but it was a separate story. It was 4 players or 3 players, I can't remember. But we played that, and there was a hilarious cutscene where there was a big reveal that the guy that was running the operation that you were joining in with was the bad guy all along. And because it's Gears of War, it's just brainless like scripting. And there was a bit in it where he went, "You mean to say you were behind this all along?" And it cut to him and he went, "That's right." And it made me laugh so much that for about a year, I would just constantly say, "That's right." It's just so stupid. I need to find that fucking cutscene again. It was too funny.
I can't remember if I ever talked about the time I was on like a multiple day training thing with work, and there's like loads of people there we didn't know, and I ended up sat opposite this woman at breakfast, and we were just chatting like about hobbies and stuff. I was like, "Oh, I'm really into video games," and basically it was when I was like 2/3 of the way through my playthrough of Disco Elysium, and my head was just swimming with it. And I just talked to this poor woman for about 20 minutes about Disco Elysium.
What it means
probably
to
regretted
you.
asking. Yeah.
but I just wanted to know if you want to go for poached or scrambled. That was a question, really.
So this is a Wendy's. Cairn says, funny enough, this is about Disco Elysium. When you get flashbanged when going to the bathroom at night, do you think of Disco Elysium? Is that a reference to? It's been a while. Is that when you get like a certain dice roll and just that like sort of camera flash effect at you? Is that what they're referring to?
I think so.
Yeah. We just leave our bathroom light on all the time. That's bad, isn't it?
Do you?
Yeah.
That is bad. Why?
Well,
because
Isaac had a phase where he would only go for a wee in the night if the bathroom light was already on.
Oh, okay.
So we're just like, I'll just fucking leave it on then.
But
so
now
it's just sort of stuck.
No longer the case.
Yeah.
What was it? What that bit in Disco Elysium then? Was it when you first walk in there? And
Isn't it? I thought it was when you got like a certain. Was it when you got a certain dice roll or you passed a certain check or something?
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah,
and
and it's like an
Oh,
old
I
camera
see.
flash going off
Oh,
in
right.
your
Okay,
face.
yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Niall, this is the last question. Says, hello, fellas. Enjoying the pod every week, as always. Question, how come you guys don't do developer interviews? Is this something you've just decided not to do, or have you tried before and didn't like how it played? Myself, as well as plenty of my developer friends from different studios in the industry, listen to the pod every week, so I think you'd find a bunch of developers eager to hop on and talk to you guys. Also, completely fair, of course, if it's not something you want to do. Just curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the subject. P.S. If you could make the pod 30 minutes longer on average, just for me, that would be great. Get Matt to talk about Death Stranding 2 again. I walk my dog for 30 minutes every day, meaning that by Tuesday I'm left to my own thoughts as I've run out of James and friends to listen to. Thanks.
You're going to be disappointed this week. We don't like developers. We don't. We think they're generally boring and soulless people.
Problem.
Yeah,
no, we've talked, haven't we, a few times about like, because I think the issue we had is like having someone on as a guest is a very different ask to just doing an interview with someone.
Yes,
and we've sort of talked about like, well, maybe we just do the latter then. Maybe we just do little one-offs and I guess just put them on the main feed and it's like a little bonus episode, which I think would probably work. We're just idle and haven't made that happen yet.
So we've been thinking about the format and stuff a lot recently. There's a few people that we want to get on the show. Won't go into who we've asked, and they've completely ignored us. But we are thinking of mixing things up here and there. Like I like the format of the show, and I like how clockwork it is, if you know what I mean. But there are obviously people on the that we would like to get on the show that we don't think would work as a guest. Like what I love about having like Ian or Sarah or Inel or any of the guests that we've had on is that they feel like a replacement and they slot right in. There's no awkwardness.
Friction,
We even know them. Yeah, there's no friction. We even know them personally, or we've heard them on other things, and we know that they will fit in terms of tone and putting up with our bollocks, you know. And we're starting to think, well, actually, we're sort of missing a trick in that it wouldn't be nice to get either someone, I don't know, someone who isn't as familiar with the world of video games as a guest. But how would we do that? And it wouldn't be that they sit in for the whole show. Maybe we do like an interview and then put that out as the show instead of the normal show, or maybe we make that a separate series or something like that. Anyway, it's something we've been talking about for a while, and you know, developers would come under that. I think my concern with getting developers on regularly is that our show is a more leans towards comedy than it does actual serious look at the video game industry, I guess. And I think
it's like the hearing that. I mean, obviously we know of a couple of developers that listen, but like hearing from Niall that apparently quite a few do, that is mad to me, because I just assume we get shit wrong all the time, and that if anyone's going to spot that, it's going to be
definitely
a game developer.
Yeah.
But I guess our hit rate is not that terrible.
No, I bet it fucking is. I bet it is. It's just they can't be bothered to message in and go, you guys
where
have
do we even
fucking
begin with
no
all
idea
lack
what
of
you're
knowledge?
talking about.
I mean, like no promises, but like reach out to us if you want. I guess like it would be good for us to just have a list of like people who would be up for it. I guess. No?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
totally,
right.
yes. It's just the way you said it. Just,
Want to go on a date with me is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, just send in who you are, all your details. We'll keep a file on you.
Your home address and sexual preferences, and
but it is something we're definitely thinking about. You know, we are now 10 years old. We've kept a similar format throughout our entirety of our the podcasting that we've done. And the idea of getting other people on, and you know, is something we're toying with at the moment, is whether we pull the trigger on it or not. We're also really fucking lazy. You know,
Not lazy and busy.
Lazy and busy. We've got some things planned that we're looking forward to announcing at some point, and we are working on stuff. I think you know, it's one of those that if we had more time on our hands, we really push this.
Oh yeah, there's so many things we could do if we had more time and this and the other. But we are still doing this, you know, outside of our kind of work and you know, life.
I thought you
and
were going to
family
say out the goodness of our hearts. Then that's what I thought you were going to say.
No goodness of heart here.
Joe is our way of giving back.
Yeah,
right?
to the community,
to humanity.
But only if you subscribe at patreon.com/TCGS, of course. Matt, should we get to socials?
Yes, back on streaming this week. Play by the Bell Thursday at 9. Sean will be playing a random game of his choosing. That is on twitch.tv/TCGSco. The Reanimal though, James, you're away, aren't you? So
we ain't going to be able to do that.
Yeah, so the Reanimal's dead. But we will come back to that because we really enjoyed it. So it'd be like a probably 2 or 3 week gap for Reanimal, but we'll be back. But if you want to watch old Reanimals or old Play by the Bells, or if you want to watch the pods, the streams, the other things we've done, they're all on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/@TCGS on YouTube, or search for us in the app. Back on Twitch, if you're an Amazon account and a Twitch account, connect them. You get something called Prime Gaming. You get a free subscription to give to any channel of your choice. Want to go to our channel, maybe on Thursday when Play by the Bell happens at 9, and you give us your free subscription. We really appreciate those that do that. The website is tcgs.co for links to our amazing Discord community, which I love being there every day now. It's just there's so much going on. Our store, if you want to support what we're doing, we've got Patreon as well. If you want to get exclusive monthly podcast or watch our John Carpenter's Toxic Commando stream from the other night. And it's all on tcgs.co. So go over there if you want to connect with us in some way, shape or form.
We say goodbye to our friend James as he sets sail again for time away from the pod. Missing our 5th birthday episode in a couple of weeks. Huge milestone. 10th birthday. Yeah. But
sad.
next week we have Sarah Dyer returning to the show. I cannot believe how long it's been since she's been on. So it'll be good to have Sarah back. And we will catch you next week for some more video game chit chat. Thank you so much for living it. Have a nice week and goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.